Yo, 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 yo. What is up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with y'all? I look a little crazy. Just finished working out a little while ago. I literally just threw this sweatshirt on. So I look a little bit crazy. I'd like to welcome everybody to this very, very, very random live. Very random live. I missed going live on Sunday because I had some stuff going on. Also, I had to go out of town to Shreveport celebrating my frat anniversary. Not afraid to say that I became an alpha 23 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So Cinco de Mayo was our 23rd anniversary. Shout out to my line brothers, Akari, Larry, Mo, K-Mac, Lamont, and G. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody. Love W. What's the damn deal? What's up, y'all? Hey, shout out to my boy Aaron O. Look, I'm getting you cracking early with this water, bro. You gotta step your game up. Missy T, what's up? How you feeling? How you feeling? Look, y'all, I'm gonna drop the link early today. I'm gonna get some of my points out real quick. Then I want to have a conversation with some people, whoever, doesn't make a difference. Just some people that are smart, insightful, intuitive, that's all. If you can be on camera, I would love that. Just want y'all to know that this is my last, hopefully this is my last show before I reach all of my watch hour requirements, after which I will absolutely need people to be on camera. You feel me? But for this show, we ain't even tripping. If you can't be on camera, I appreciate it. If you cannot, that's cool too. So, how y'all feeling today? How's your week going? How is your week going? Sugar Bum, what's cracking? How you feeling? Look, y'all, we got some interesting topics today. Shout out to my girl, Lucky Marie, for being the first one I saw talking about love bombing. We have had lots of debates about love bombing, me and Lucky. And I ain't gonna even lie. It wasn't until maybe last week or the week before that I had to admit to her, damn, you know what? I see what you're saying about love bombing. My girl Jalen in the building. Jalen, where the hell you been, man? You don't fuck with your boy Sean. Carl Anderson in the building. Carl, what's cracking? How you feeling, big dog? How you feeling? Y'all gotta excuse maybe some background noise. I'm in my office, so y'all gotta excuse maybe a little bit of background noise here and there. How y'all feeling today? Really want to get right into some of these topics. Have any of you in the chat ever been love bombed, or are you gonna keep it a buck? Has someone told you that you love bomb them? My boy Matthew Pearson in the building. Shout out to Matthew Pearson. Travel One is in the building. How you doing, Travel One? I hope y'all feeling good. I hope y'all having a great week. I look crazy, y'all. Let me tell y'all something before we get started. I finally started back working out yesterday. You're gonna see some people in the background. Those are the cleaning people, so don't mind them. All right. I finally started back working out yesterday. I have not worked out in at least 5 months. I had a surgery in November, a surgery in December. Then I got some wild health news in the last couple weeks, and my reaction was, "Let me go hard." So you feel me? But I just started back working out yesterday, so today was day 2 of me working out for the first time in months because I really couldn't because I was recovering. But look, y'all, your boy, I'm not gonna be the fat boy in a few months. I got like 30 pounds to lose. You know what I'm saying? So be back to myself. You feel me? But let's get to some of these topics. All right. So as I was saying, I've been arguing with Lucky Marie for a couple of years about love bombing, about what it is, whether I think it exists or not. And I finally had to tell her, I had to admit, damn, I guess it is a thing. All this time, y'all, I ain't gonna even lie. I thought love bombing was fake. Let me explain to y'all why I thought love bombing was fake. I think a lot of times what we tend to do, I think we tend to rationalize things backwards. I think we use hindsight to diagnose things. So say for instance, right? I may be dating a chick and I may love that chick in a moment, you feel me? But then, after we break up and then 2 years later, I'm like, I never really loved Shorty. But in that moment, it really felt like strong love, right? Sometimes we see women, they'll be like, fuck that nigga, that bum ass nigga, that fat ass nigga, that little dick nigga. The whole time you was in love with buddy, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the thing I struggled with the topic of love bombing was whether or not I think it's hard to gauge somebody's intent. I think whether or not it's love bombing to me, I could be completely wrong, but to me, depends on somebody's intention. I think if my intention is to make you fall in love with me and for us to live happily ever after, even if we break up, I don't think it's love bombing. But I think a lot of people will call it love bombing. Now, I do understand that there are parts of this definition that, shit, I didn't even know. So that's what I was struggling with before, but I get it now. I get that there's isolation involved in it and all types of shit like that. So when you start to add those other elements in, those elements that you'll see with some abusive people, some possessive people and shit like that, now I get it. So I have to admit for once, Lucky was right. Love bombing does exist. Before I didn't get it, but now I do get it. If all of y'all have been paying attention to what's going on with some of this YouTube drama, to my people who don't follow YouTube stuff, don't worry about this part, but there's a lot of dating drama on YouTube and a lot of it does involve love bombing, which is wild to me, right? So we're going to touch on love bombing a little bit later, but I do want to introduce some of the other topics just to get you guys an overview of what I want to cover today. The other thing I want to cover is, before I get there, let me see what Travel One said. Travel One said, love bombing is sort of like a mini brainwashing to lure a person in to manipulate them. Travel One, I think that's what stumped my brain, because my brain says, like, if you're dating somebody, you do want to get them to love you and blah, 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 blah. But then, like I said, when I found out about, it being a form of manipulation and people trying to reel people in and isolate people and things like that, that's when I start to get the big picture, right? So once again, if we get some friends to join us. We'll watch some videos. We'll discuss those videos. Another thing that we're going to talk about today is how to make a person fall in love. Let me ask y'all in the chat. Do y'all feel like you could give somebody advice on how to make somebody fall in love? What do y'all think? Jalen, Matthew, Otis, one. Shout out to the homie Otis. What up, Otis? Do y'all think y'all have a blueprint where y'all could sit somebody down and tell them, hey, this is how you make a young lady fall in love. This is how you make a man fall in love. Do y'all feel like y'all could do that? Sugar Bum, you be making people fall in love? Keisha, what's up, Keisha? Royce, what's popping? What's good? Love C, my homie. I know Love C got lots of insight on this. I know Otis does too. I need some good people. I need some good people to converse with about this. If you feel like being on camera, please get on camera. If you don't, then it's cool. It's cool. I ain't really tripping. So sure, you can't get nobody advice on how to fall in love. I think I can. Jalen, pop up. Where you at? I know you got some advice. yo, she said she'll probably make them love each other. Damn, son. Yo, I think I got the sauce, y'all. I think I can tell you all how to make somebody fall in love with you. I think I got the sauce. Let's see what Matthew Pearson said. Matthew said I could only probably two out of 10 would actually achieve it. See, yeah, hey, y'all tap in with Matthew too, man. Matthew got the sauce too. I don't know, y'all. I think I got the sauce. We're gonna try it today. We're gonna try to give out some advice today. So we're gonna cover love bombing a bit. Definitely gonna talk about how to make somebody fall in love. Let's see what Jalen said. Jalen said making someone fall in love with you requires some form of manipulation. That shit made me stutter. Oh Lord, Jalen, how do you think it requires some form of manipulation? I think, Jalen, too, the tricky part is I think we need to parse. We need to identify the line between manipulation and motivation, or manipulation and persuasion. Persuasion is not necessarily a bad word, right? To be honest, manipulation is not necessarily a bad word. Once again, I think it depends on your intentions. You can manipulate lots of things. Lots of things are malleable. So I guess it depends on your definition of the word. So Matthew said it definitely would not be easy to make somebody. Yo, Matthew, you gonna take that, Brody? Bro, Matthew, you letting this beautiful avatar get at you in the chat, bro? Yo, I'm telling you, bro. I would send a virus to a fucking computer. I'm just saying. Jalen, I can't say you're lying. That's a good point. I cannot say you're lying. You are right. I cannot say you're lying. Roy says you got to be the right person at the right time. That's a good point, Jalen. I think that's a good point, but also I just think some people got the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just sauced up, man. It just is what it is. I'm pretty sauced up. I ain't gonna hold you. Damn, Matthew fighting back. That's what I'm talking about, Matthew. Shout out to the brotherhood, man. We in this bitch. Travel One said the intention must be examined. That is a very good statement, Travel One. Shout out to my boy Truth. I know my boy Truth got some deep insight on this shit. I know Truth got some deep insight. Truth, I'm gonna need you for this conversation too. You know what I'm saying? I know you got some insight, Truth. I know you got some insight. I want to hear some of the stories about how y'all fell in love with some people, what made y'all fall in love, and what advice you would give somebody to help if they wanted you to fall in love with them. Shout out to my boy Truth. My boy Sharon Bracey is in the goddamn building. Shout out to Sharon Bracey with the dopest morning show on YouTube. Always insightful, sometimes controversial. My boy We On Lock is in the building. Shout out to We On Lock. All right. So I'm gonna put the link again for anybody who wants to come. and I am going to. I want to examine a couple videos. So just come up whenever y'all are ready. Let's see. So let's start with my favorite thing to watch. I'm fucking up, y'all. Let's start with my favorite clip to watch on YouTube. You know what my favorite clip is to watch on YouTube? This shit right here, cuz.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you...
Well, yes.
Yo, that shit is hilarious every time I see it. Yo, can you imagine, yo, if that was your old man, if that was your pops and shit, your pops is on the internet talking about being swallowed up. Yo, son, that would be crazy, man. That would be crazy. No diddler, man. Shout out to Pastor Power Bottom, you hear me? No diddler. But yeah, so look, I want to watch some clips, man. I pulled some shit up. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'll be downloading these clips right before I go live. But look, let me hear some things, right? I want to hear some people's opinions. Let's start with this lady.
Let's talk about 6 ways to make a man fall in love with you. I'm telling you, if you guys master this shit, you're gonna have any guy you want. Number 1 is hygiene. This is so important. I cannot stress it enough. The first thing anybody notices about anyone is their hygiene, how they smell, how their breath smells. It matters. Shower, make sure your hair is clean, make sure your armpits have deodorant, make sure your breath smells good. I have like 10 videos on hygiene, so go look at them. You could legit be your man's dream girl, but if you smell bad, he's not going for you. I'm telling you. Number 2 is knowing your worth. Also, everyone always comments about the shade match. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in the shade 4.5 medium. So in terms of knowing your worth, respect yourself, have standards. Don't let him be playing any games with you. You always want to be standing up for yourself, and you want to show him that you deserve it.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. She doing too much. In the meantime, welcome to the stage, man. True love. Truth. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, homie?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Yo, you ever if you had to sit somebody down, if you had to sit somebody down and tell them, a woman, how to make a man fall in love, you think you could do that?
Tell a woman how to make a man fall in love. That'll be kind of difficult. I can tell her what usually men like myself tend to like, but how to necessarily make a man fall in love. That would be kind of difficult because most of the time we tend to, certain things tend to grab our gaze. So like she said something very important. I am a very, very stickler about hygiene, bro. And that is one of the main things that, like I don't play about, problems with your breath, your body, making sure that you're clean. It's no reason that a woman shouldn't be, taking care of herself that way. You know what I'm saying? For me as a man, I bathe myself twice a day, always in the morning and then at night. So I think a woman should at least be doing that and keeping herself, kept, keeping, herself fresh, her skin up to date, her teeth, so on and so forth. I know, sometimes we go through certain things, as we get older, or if you have health problems. Those are different stories. But if you just naturally doing you,
My
oh
bad.
yeah, good. No, you good.
I'd like to welcome to the stage my girl Jalen. You may continue, bro.
What's up, BJ?
Can you change that for me?
What? Change the BJ? Oh, my fault. See, you got your mind in the gutter, man.
No, it's just
I can't call you Baby J no more because you've been acting up. I'll just call you Jay. Jalen.
cool.
All right.
Go ahead though.
Yeah, but no, yeah, hygiene. And then as far as what makes me fall in love with a woman is a woman being an actual woman, I mean, it's nothing better than that. You know that. It's nothing better than a woman that takes care of herself, smell good, nice, sweet, decent person, homemaker, warm to be around with, always greeting, loving personality, no, not all into a whole bunch of drama, gossip, arguing, basically what a woman is. I mean, that's what made me fall in love. That's what made me fall in love with the woman that I'm with. So, yeah.
I think that's really I think that's insightful. You hit it on the right points. Jaylee, what are your thoughts on this? If the, have you been in love before, Jaylee?
Mm-hmm.
What was it about that guy that made you fall in love?
His authenticity. He wasn't trying to really sweep me off my feet. It was just a natural progression. And I just realized one day, like, oh, am I in love with you? And I had to really sit with myself and figure it out. But yeah, I was in love with him. But yeah, I would say his authenticity.
Huh. So at the threat of pushing back, like, so does that mean that any man can be authentic and you would have fallen in love with him? Like, what was it about him though? And welcome to the stage, my boy Prime.
Hey, what's going on,
Um
y'all?
shit, you want me to be specific,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Hmm. Without being too specific, he opened my mind to a different perspective of how life could be for me, and he made me realize the potential that I had that I didn't know that I had, and he guided me into tapping into that. And then throughout that, we kind of ended up together. Is that more specific?
That is very specific. That's very specific.
Okay.
I think a person that can make you feel like that, a person who can evoke those types of emotion for you, I can feel that. When you were talking, I could picture that. You know what I'm saying? I could identify with that. That was definitely a lot more specific. I like that.
Hey, Shawn Michaels, let me just doubt because Venus in the chat put my butt.
Shoot your head.
Hey, what you mean a woman? So Venus, so let me explain something. We kind of conflate femininity on here. Like we usually go by the physical aspects. Like we usually tend to, if a woman's wearing a dress, heels, the way she walk, certain things like that. But it's more about characteristics and traits. Nurturing, empathy, sensitivity, caring, intuition, vulnerability, collaboration, creativity, compassion, gentleness, radiance, kindness, submissiveness, supportiveness. That's what I meant by, the essence of what a woman is supposed to be. A lot of times because of, our current life and, the things that you guys have to, entail and deal with, you guys kind to start to fit the mold of what we supposed to do. And it tends to get y'all off course so y'all can't be your best selves. But a woman in all her beauty, that's what I'm talking about. When she can be her best self, and she's just free and just loving and, enjoying the fact that she is a woman, not complaining about love being a mother, love, the fact that she's a woman and she wants a man taking care of her. She doesn't want the pressure, those are the type of things, and then just the, just the, what's the right word? The kindness of being around them. Y'all got a chance to speak to Tequila. You can hear it in her voice. She's sweet. She's, loving. She's open. She's always willing to help. That type of stuff is very inviting. And for me, it's intoxicating. It I love it. I love it. I love everything that a woman is. And it helps a man to be his best self for me. So
If I could
Absolutely.
respond to him. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
So a lot of those traits that you listed off, wouldn't both genders, since you made it specific to one, shouldn't both be able to tap into those traits, and shouldn't both people be empathetic to a certain degree, for example? Because I don't
Yes.
think, to make it more personalized, I
Mhm.
don't think tequila would be with you if you weren't able to tap into those traits, right?
Yeah, that's a good observation. Yes. What happens is, as men, we come from a mother and father, so naturally we both have masculine and feminine. Any idiot should know that. But some things on here get conflated. We like to tend to try to lean towards one thing than the other. What happens is a man's femininity should not trump his masculinity. That's what it is. I'm very affectionate, especially with my children, the woman I'm with. And affection is a feminine trait. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a time and a place for it. But it does not dominate my masculinity as a man, which is on present basically 24/7. So it should come out in spurts, is what I'm saying. Vice versa. Does she have some masculine traits? Yes, of course, but it's like very, very limited. It's very hard to see. And it's more her femininity is more apparent. Like I said, it's just on full display. Everything that she does, the way she moves and talks, anything. It has nothing to do with, the fact that she's very ladylike, heels, dresses, all those type of things, just a girly girl. You see what I'm saying? But the masculine traits does not overwhelm her femininity. So it's like the perfect yin and yang. That's what I mean. I can't be with a woman that is very contentious, very aggressive, because I have that nature and it's going to combat each other. It's like me dealing with another man. You see what I'm saying? That's where competition usually creates itself. We get very competitive with each other, challenging, even fighting. You see what I'm saying? Because of that aggressive nature, because we are the same. So I can't grow with something that is the same as me. I need to have my counterpart. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. It does. That makes sense. I don't know if Jalen is going to accept that answer. I think
I have no choice. I don't want to, I accept the answer.
well, let's see if Prime can shed some light on this. Prime, you been in love before, bro?
Yeah, I'm in love now.
Okay. Well, so what is it about her that makes you love her?
She's different from every experience that I've had. She's also what I've been looking for. What I wrote down a long time ago, it's kind of nice when you run into that finally.
What are some of those traits, though? What are some of those traits? And I'm going to ask before the chat starts talking shit about you.
Yeah, they're gonna start. Yeah, baby daddy, all that shit.
See, look.
Just go into the
Look.
traits. Just go into the traits. Skip
See,
over.
I told you.
She was going to be on it.
What's some of the traits? Shout out to Jada in the chat. Shout out to my boy Omni in the chat. Shout out to my guy, my fellow Chicagoan, Sir Hale Speaks. Salute. Yeah, give us a few of those traits.
Okay. So learning the hexaco does help when it comes to these traits. I'm not gonna lie.
Can you elaborate on that before you?
Humility, emotionality, extrovertness, agreeableness. I forgot what C was.
Damn, I'm looking.
But yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, those it's the. But it's like a standard though. It's a standard for we took the test.
Oh,
that's what kind of helped. But anyway, it's
conscientiousness and openness to experience. Oh shit, you put me on to something. Okay.
Can you put it on the screen? Because I was about to look it up myself.
Oh man, you put me on. All right,
I'm
but you
sorry.
can keep going. You can keep going, Prime. You putting us on to something.
Yeah.
I enjoy learning new shit. I never heard of this.
When I met her, it was like a really nice girl. First, we dating and stuff like that. First date, she couldn't make it. You know what I mean? But she agreed. She said she'll pay for it to make it up. All right, so that's a little something different. And then from there, it was just great, man. Like it was
That's
just
definitely different because Jalen ain't paying for nothing.
¿Por qué?
yeah.
What? What am I not doing?
You're not paying for nothing.
We both turn up. We
Oh,
partying. Go to my crib. She
I don't
come
know
to
who
the
lied
hood
to
real
you, but
fast.
all right.
I'm playing. This is the Hexaco acronym that Prime just put us on to. Wow.
Personality. Okay, so in the middle it's personality. So I'm assuming all
Those
of
are
these
your
things.
different. That's what
Personality.
makes your personality. That
Okay.
is scientifically what all. At first, it was only 5, but then they learned that humility was a major trait as well. Because at first it was grouped with something else.
Damn.
But humility is a very, very important trait that you want to have when you're choosing somebody. Also, you want to have for your woman, you want to have agreeableness and conscientiousness. Emotionality
So
is also
agreeableness.
one, but it can be it's not that big of a deal.
So with agreeableness, do you just mean being cooperative, polite? Like, what do you mean by
cooperative.
agreeableness?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's so rare to find it, and honestly, on a humane level, we kind of score low on it. Just by,
Correct.
by
I was about
nature.
to say.
I'm not agreeable sometimes. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I'm not even agreeable sometimes. I'll be nice up here, but I'll be an asshole sometimes. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
It's usually in our nature to be that way, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
I try to do self-assessments, especially when we have these conversations. I really do try to be honest and then make an honest assessment of myself. Sometimes I'm quite disagreeable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're very you're sharp, like
I'm
blunt.
I'm touchy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm touchy. I do tend to think I'm right most of the time, which most of the time I'm pretty right. But
okay. I can see why you say you come off as an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. It does make me disagreeable, and a lot of times. But sometimes people don't be smart. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let them know that they are smart. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
Oh,
I'm saying, Reggie,
you and
that's what makes it rough.
Great minds think alike. Because I be thinking that, not even low key, high key. I be thinking that like, yo, they're really dumb.
Yeah, that's why they don't like me, Sean. And like how you said most of the time you be right, and that's the thing. And people are like, well, why you think you're right most of the time? I said most of the time I'm right because I choose to do what is right. That's just what it is. So if you're choosing to do what is right, most of the time you're going to be right.
Easy Money had a question. Easy Money said, "What do you mean? What do y'all mean when you say cooperation?"
I mean, is very very simplistic. I mean, if you have a goal and you want someone that is like one of the terms we said agreeable. So you have to be in agreement that this goal is something that we both want to achieve, and then also being agreeable to the plan, and then the cooperation is executing the plan. So you already know I'm a man of the word. So Amos 3:3 is how can two walk together unless they agree? And you can't. If you ain't agreeable with each other, you can't go nowhere. You have to agree at that plan of where we're going, or we're gonna bump heads.
Somebody else got an opinion on that?
Okay. I mean, especially for what you were saying before, you say you're right most of the time, right? So that's kind of understood with your woman, and she really trusts you in that. So she's gonna let you hang yourself. You know what I'm saying? To be blunt. I mean,
but I don't think.
But that's how she's also proven to herself that you are who you say you are, and you are that dude. You know what I mean? So she gonna chill. I mean, let you go ahead. Okay, take the lead. All right.
But I don't believe submission is synonymous to being cooperative. I think those are
It
two
is.
totally different things. Like
Huh?
submission means, yeah, cooperation means you
Okay, so
guys are,
let's pull up the
there's a
words.
team effort. Okay. Cooperation means you guys are working, it's a team effort, it's a partnership, it's a collaboration, working towards a common goal, right? Submission
Yes.
means you are just doing something because they told you to do it.
No, that's
You're
not
just
what.
being
That's
compliant.
I
so.
specifically
Pull up
said,
submission.
when you
Pull up
think you
submission.
know you're right, they're gonna let you do your thing. All right, that kind of
Yeah.
helps things out. It kind of
So
helps us build.
cooperation. Yeah, cooperation and submission fall basically with inside each other. I actually think it's a similar word. That's why I want Sean to pull it up. So
Okay.
submission is basically being somebody willfully giving away their power to you. So they're basically
Mm-hmm.
cooperating with you that hey, your plan is the best. So even though I have a plan of my own, I am going to submit. I'm going to give away for that and allow you to, hey, you said you got this, go right ahead. That's exactly what the same thing with people doing basketball teams. We have Jordan and we got Pippen. All right, we
Do you
already know
mind,
who we're going with. We're going with
Sean,
Jordan.
since he asked you, Sean, do you mind looking up those words?
Yeah, I'm looking
Since
at. I'm looking
Girl,
Yeah,
at
you
it.
gonna
pull up
put up?
submission on the screen for
We're giving you like real life examples of it. Like really in relationships, that's where it really comes down to.
me. So I'll pull
right,
it up.
but my point
We
is I
understand the
don't believe those
technicalities and
two
shit.
things are synonymous to each other. If you look up the definitions, they're not.
All right, about to pull it up for you right now.
I mean, I could probably give you that too. If you want to be technical, yeah.
All right, so we see cooperation in the context of close relationships, typically defined as a communication process involving a back and forth exchange of thoughts and feelings in order to reach a mutually satisfying resolution. See that I got a problem with that already. You know why? And look, ladies, you motherfuckers, you motherfuckers. Shout out to Lucky Marie. Shout out to T.O. Shout out to Venus talking shit in the chat. You motherfuckers. Let me tell you. Let me come back to the camera for this shit. Let me tell you about you fucking women. Right? Hold on. Let's talk about it.
That sounds a
Cooperation.
bit red pill, Sean. I don't like that. That sounds like
Nah,
a bit
look.
red
Let me
pill.
tell you. You know what I'm
You
saying?
women.
Look. I was talking this talk long before Kevin Samuels hit the internet. Look. Let me tell you the truth. Right? And this ain't. I ain't gonna lie. This ain't just women because I could think of some people in my family that's like this. Motherfuckers, motherfuckers generally don't want to find common ground. If you ask me, when people say we should get on the same page, they mean they want you on their page. Most people, most of the time. It ain't really about, if you think about it, right? Think about all these panels we come on and shit like that. Motherfuckers ain't trying to find no common ground. How often do you hear people say, you know what? I understand what you're saying. There's, or there's room for both opinions to exist. Or you know what, you may be thinking about that differently. Or you know what, I get your point and I'm going to take that under consideration. People don't do that. People just argue their point. It's very rare that you hear, even in these conversations, that people will agree. So for me, cooperation, especially in a relationship, cooperation, let me just back up. For me, cooperation, pause on the back up. For me, cooperation really does mean that a component of it is support.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know what? Truth has a great idea. He has a great business concept, and he's going to need your help. He don't need you to tell him the ways in which you want to help him. If Truth says, you know what, I need you to do this for the business, don't argue with him about it. Don't try to do some other shit that he don't want you to do. The cooperation is, you know what, I'm going to support you in this. Even though I may not see your vision, I understand that the vision wasn't given to me, so I'm going to support you in that. So for me, an important component of cooperation is support. You know what I'm saying? Venus says it means do what I want now.
No.
That sounds like her. But yeah, so I'm just
So
I don't think too many people got the cooperative spirit.
so did you
It's so
read
rare,
both?
man. That's
Did
why
you
it's
read
so
both
hard.
definitions?
What was the other definition you all wanted?
So it was cooperation, the process of working together to the same end, and submissive is ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive. So,
Yeah.
so again, okay, now let's go to. You want to see the similar words?
You saying the S word?
Sure,
You
true.
about to get in trouble. You said the S word.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go down to similar words. Let's go to cooperation. Let me pull that up.
See, these hyenas in the chat don't even submit in the chat. Oh Lord. Just saying. see
They
the
lying.
spirit of rebellion in this one is strong. She capping though. We know some nigga gonna come and sweet talk her and shit, and her ass gonna, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker gonna be conforming every day.
All right. So, Jalen, what was you saying? What was the difference between these two? Let me see something. Let me ask you this before I say it. In other words, let me ask you this: inside of a marriage, can you succeed in marriage without cooperation?
Oh shit, y'all done brought somebody out of the clouds. Damn, my bad. Welcome to the stage, Miss Feminine Melody.
Mm-hmm. You heard
Mhm.
me, Jay?
Sean Antonio. No, you didn't. First of all, shout out to everybody on the panel and in the chat. Please make sure you hit that like button, share if you care, subscribe if you like the vibe. Send him a friendly Cash App request for that hyena statement. We ain't giving no donations today. Matter of fact, let me make sure I cancel mine right now. No, I ain't said anything yet. But nonetheless,
Hey, Jada.
so what you calling hyenas in the chat? What's going on?
You ready to start?
Oh, look at you. Now your camera ain't even acting right. Even God said no. What is going on here? Look at you. It is God don't even want you to say what you're saying. You sitting up here with the mic going on it. You on mute.
My bad.
Look at that. Look at that.
Hey man, I got a team with me today. I got some strong men with me today, so we ain't taking any of y'all shit today. Y'all see me?
Nah, y'all ain't gonna do that. I will choose violence today. I will choose violence. Don't be
Nah, man,
calling
we're not
don't
gonna
be
get
calling my
violent with each
ladies in
other.
the chat no hyenas. This a
Hey,
blimp.
you know Granville pull up with a 100-round drum ready to spin all these blocks. We got T.O. in
It's
here.
okay. I got Granville. I got Granville on my side. He ain't gonna rock with you on me.
All right. All right.
That ain't happening.
All
Sounds
right.
like that's a cooperation to me.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
All
Jay,
right.
can
What's
you
your
have that without
Cooperate. We working together to make it work for us. Cooperation.
All right, that's cool. Let's back up since you just got here.
Mhm.
Oh
Shit.
no, nope. I'm dropping back down. I just wanted to take up
Uh,
for the hyena comment.
Wait. No. Let's. I need to hear you real quick. Uh, what, in terms of falling in love, what has made you fall in love with somebody before?
Um, I don't know. Y'all want me to be honest? I'm
Yeah.
not really sure if I've ever
no,
really
we
fallen
want.
in love
Wait, no, no,
before.
no, no. We want you to lie. Yeah, we
You know,
definitely we're gonna
sometimes
tell you to lie.
Jalen. Now I've been on the shows with you, right? It seems like when I tell the truth, they don't like when I tell the truth. They rather I lie to them to make them feel better. That's all they
No,
see.
Time out,
I
time out.
always want the truth.
Hold on, hold on,
Always
hold
want
on.
the
Who on your side, Jada?
You
Now
on
look,
my side, baby.
when you
Don't act
play,
like that.
truth.
Don't get up here
when
and
you
act
play with
like
my
that.
OG, I gotta tap that
It's
ass.
May.
Stop
Mother's
playing
Day
with me,
is coming
blood.
up. Don't do me
I'm gonna
like
tap
that. Now
your ass. I'm gonna tap that ass
don't
when you
try to
play with
go
my
on the other
OG.
side. Don't try to go on the other
Nah,
side just because these pack of wolves on here want you to act like this. But don't do me like that. Now
nah,
we on good ground,
Jada, you know I
Granville.
howl at the moon. You know I howl at the moon every time
Uh-uh.
you know I howl at the
It's
moon.
all, it's all right, Granville. I like when you howl at the moon.
I know.
Ow.
What's poppin', Sean?
What's good, brother? Jada
Yes,
was just
yes.
about to tell us about a time when she fell in love, and what was so
I'm
special.
not sure. I'm not sure if I ever really fell in love. I think I did before. And the second time that I could have been in love, I think I was really more so in love with um how he treated me and my daughter. So it made it like extra easy for me to go above and beyond to be awesome to him. So
Mm.
So
I
let
don't
me
I
ask
don't
you a question.
consider that
So
one love. But
yeah, I was about to say that. So you have never loved someone.
I'm not sure if I did.
Mm.
I do question
Thank you for
myself on the
being
person that I
honest.
felt like I was in love with. I do question myself on that a bit. I'll be honest about that. Um, Not really sure just because I split up with him and maybe I should have stayed with him
Mm.
until he worked himself out, but I'm not really sure. So I might have honestly just dodged a bullet and I don't know. I guess I'll never know because he died. So,
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Jada, warn me first. God damn.
oh, my bad. Yeah. When we split up, it was because I was concerned about something and I was for sure that I better, um, let him handle his situation. And I understood what happened to him. And so he kind of got like a PTSD paranoia type of thing going on.
Hmm.
And I just felt if he understood I was serious about him going to counseling, then, so I split up with him. Whereas I was still there for him and everything. It's
Hmm.
just we didn't have the title. And then I asked myself, like, maybe I should have just, if I loved him enough, that would have told me to stay. But I thought I was loving him enough by walking away so he understood that I
Hmm.
was serious about really feeling like he needed that help. So I'm not sure, but then he died soon after. So that was my daughter's dad.
Ooh, that is that's heavy because in the time I know you felt like you were making the best decision for the situation. I had a lot of moments in life like that where I kind of lived them in hindsight.
Hmm.
Some moments turned out better than they seemed in a moment, and some, like you said, turned out worse. But you know what? We make the best decisions we can make with the information we have at the time, and sometimes it is hard to
Yeah.
live with it when the results go a certain type of way. Um,
Hmm.
Man, damn, you got me thinking about some people. Real talk, but yeah, I hate that happen. I hate that happen. Do you think
Yeah,
that
you and me both.
in any way going forward in terms of your willingness or capacity to love someone?
No, I think, I don't know. I consider myself loving people because, I do give my all and things like that. Some people say I just do that because that's natural to me anyway when I'm in a relationship with a man. So
Mhm.
I guess, I don't, they tell me because I walk away too easy, I couldn't have actually loved the person.
I kind of agree with
But
that.
I do stand on certain type of things. If you're not doing certain different things that I find to be respectful, or again, they say I walk away easy because things that I find to be disrespectful aren't always disrespectful to other people. It may bother them, they may be upset, they're not willing to break up over it. So me, I am. I just feel like I'm very good to a man. So if he does certain things, we've had to have these conversations, and you still haven't fixed or adjust these things or trusted in certain stuff, then I'm like, well, then I might as well leave you. I'm not going to sit like this the whole time. I don't like that.
Can I ask a quick question, Sean?
Absolutely.
So when you say, so you believe that your relationships have been very conditional.
Express that, expand on that a bit.
So conditional means basically like if something doesn't move this way, then it's usually up. And I know a lot of people like that. That's why a lot of people
Well,
say,
here's the thing. If I set certain boundaries,
hmm
and then we have to keep discussing, like, we discussed it. Maybe you didn't
Hmm.
understand it. So let's make sure we communicate this time so that it doesn't happen again. But then it happens again. It's like, oh,
oh
so you
yeah,
don't respect me. You don't love me. So what am I here for? Because see, while I'm giving all and I'm paying attention to things that you don't like, or I'm paying attention to your needs and wants and stuff like that, and you're not doing that with me, then I've given you what I can give you. I gotta go.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely agree. No, I'm always for that. A lot of people get upset at me about that. Like if you, like you said, the key word respect.
Mhm.
So if you're
Yeah.
constantly breaking the boundaries that we both already agreed upon before we have said that we are together, then
Hmm.
clearly you don't respect me. And respect for
Yeah.
me, respect and love is synonymous. I don't see how anybody can love somebody they don't respect. For me,
I agree.
it doesn't make logical sense for me. So yes, I totally agree. If someone keeps crossing that boundary and you know that crossing that actually hurts me, then now we have a problem because like now you don't care. You can't say you care, but you're doing what you want to do. So
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. What I was at first, what I thought you was talking about was a lot of times people have like check marks or like quotas or certain things that they have to check off if they're in a relationship, and then if that's not there, then it's very superficial. Then they're out, and that's why I say
Um.
a lot of people haven't loved each other. They think they have, but usually when you love, you love someone and you love them for them, not what they have, not what they do, none of that. You recognize that they are the only person. Like Sean, me and him develop a close, relationship and brotherhood. I would recognize the fact that if he died, I can't get him back because he's the only one like that. He's the
Okay.
only one like himself. And as we build our brotherhood, that will eventually build love. So if I can't get him back, what the fuck I'm going to do with that? I can't find that in nobody else. I can't find that in Granville. Can't find that in you. I can't find that in Prime. He's the only one that got those traits like that. You follow me?
Okay. Uh huh.
Yeah. So that's usually how that I recognize, and that's one thing I could say with the relationship that I am in now. Tequila is actually the first woman that actually has loved me because she
Mm.
loves me for truth.
Okay.
And it's been a completely difference between all the relationships I had, my previous marriage, my my two children's moms. It has been totally completely different, and I can recognize it because a lot of those relationships were built on conditions.
Mm.
Mm. I can feel
Boo, you
that.
trying to make
I feel.
people
I've
emotional before
never
time
loved.
like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Throwing tomatoes. Throwing tomatoes.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Throw them rotten tomatoes. Then I don't know. But yeah, no. I feel like I have loved people, but again, people tell me I have a good heart, and so it's you know, I do things. I love folks, but if I peace out on somebody, they be like, "Oh, well, how you know you really love them?" I don't think me staying through everything that they put me through means I gotta love them. You know what I'm saying? Like some people be like, I put her through that just to see if she loved me, and then sometimes women, or even vice versa, be like, that's how he know I love him because I done been through him through everything, all that stuff he put me through. It's like, maybe you just
Nah,
like
that's
torture. You know what I'm
fucking.
saying? You might just like torture. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to define that. Damn, y'all got me over here thinking hard as hell. Shout out to my boy T.O. for the $20 cash app. Thank you, T.O. People don't send me
Shout
cash
out
app,
to
so I
you.
appreciate that. Welcome to my girl Lux. What's up, Lux? What's up, Tierney? Shout out to you. Thank you, Tierney, for stopping by. Um, Granville, what you got to say about all this?
What you want me to say about what?
How do you feel about? Let me back up. Pause. Shout out to my boy Tommy B in the building.
Man, don't put that shit on the screen, dog. Tommy a bully, bro. You about to ask me a question? He got the biggest bully on YouTube.
Granville,
Comment
have
on the
Uh-oh.
page.
you ever been in love?
Oh no, that's not for YouTube, sir.
You don't
But
think
Oh
so?
my
I'll say this:
god.
yes, I have.
Mm.
That ain't for YouTube.
Granville in love with me right now. Shout out to Granville.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
G, Bill,
What
keep
I
it
what I
pushing, shorty.
Love.
Jada, what I got for
Yes.
you is lust. It's lust.
Dang. Is
But
that what
look,
that is,
one thing
Granville?
about you, Jada,
Hey,
though,
at least you know the difference.
Jada, I wouldn't die for you. I'll
True
live for
indeed.
you, Jada.
Nacho. Welcome.
I'll
Oh, that's the
live
only
for
thing I
you.
want you to do, baby. I want you to live for me. I don't want you to die.
Hmm.
What I'm gonna do with you when you're dead? We ain't even got kids to carry on your legacy yet. What I'm gonna do with you when you're
Collecting
dead?
I'll
insurance
put your name.
policy.
I'll put the life insurance in
Okay.
your name. I got no problem.
See me. We said it at the same time.
That life insurance ain't good enough right now. You need to be a
Shit,
little
you get
older.
this fucking
Life
policy.
insurance is great. Make sure you holler
Mm-mm.
at me if you need it.
So look. So Jada, if a man wanted to make you fall in love, what does he have to do? What traits would he have to possess? Who would he have to be? Describe him to us.
Um, he would have to be as like a top thing. He'd have to be smart. He'd have to be responsible. He'd have to trust me. Outside of that, some of the other things is just being himself. I know some people feel like I would probably not date certain types of guys. Like I know, what was that? Raw and Will had a conversation about nerds and things like that. I actually like nerds. People don't expect me with nerds. I don't know why. Even though I have like nerdy sides that come out.
What's
No
wrong
reason
with
they
a
don't think
nerd?
I would date nerds. You say what?
I said, what's wrong with a nerd? See, and that's another thing that's
Oh, what's
conflated
wrong with
on here.
nerds? I love nerds. I've
People
said that months
conflate.
ago.
All right, now y'all about to trigger me. So look, when y'all finish with this
Uh-oh.
conversation, I'm gonna come back on the panel.
All right, bet. People conflate nerd with like a cornball or a lame. That's something different.
Oh, is that what it is in this space?
Yeah, conflate the two. A nerd, usually we associate them with smart people. Smart people, bookworms. They weren't lame.
Okay.
If we needed help on a test, I could go to he's the one that's gonna be making the bread at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? Like those the
I
people
hear
you
that.
network with. So they never, for me, they never was lame. And most of them, they usually how you see most of them when they get that bread, they usually have the finest model chick. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm.
to me, like when you understand like the table, and especially for men, and I know Sean know this, as far as getting women, we know the subsets that get women and that don't. And it is what it is. So no, I wouldn't say, especially the type of woman that you are, I wouldn't say you wouldn't be with a nerd.
Some people just don't expect it until they like actually talk to me, and then they be like, "Oh, now I see why you like nerds." Yeah, I like good conversations with men that know what they're talking about. It could be about a lot of different stuff as long as they have some substance to it. As long as you know what he's talking about, I like it. I don't mind men that have um stuff like scars or burn marks, freckles. I've never been bothered by guys who had those. That it makes them actually even more attractive. If they're confident with it. Now, when they're not confident, then it's not attractive. But when they're confident, I like it. Um, but yeah, like I said, those are my top three things, and everything else just be yourself. I mean, the core values are there. So if you got the core values, the other stuff does not actually bother me. Now, I prefer not to have a smoker, like cigarette smoker. Let me be specific. I prefer not to have a cigarette smoker. If you're a weed smoker that smokes all day, that's a no. But same goes for drinking. If you drink all day, if you got to get drunk for the weekend, that's the only way you can enjoy yourself. Then, no, thank you.
I feel you. You know what? Because I'm sitting there thinking about this question. Like for me, right? If I was shout out to my boy Beans, representing for all the Vice Lords. Y'all from Chicago, y'all know what they mean. But fan ball rolling. Shout out to all the Mo's and the Lords. So for me, right? I started thinking about love languages. I didn't even know love languages were a thing. But for me, right, I realized I do enjoy physical touch. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to come home and having a soft space to lay your head.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the stage, my girl Venus. Being able to come home and have
Hey,
a soft space to
Venus.
lay your
Hey,
head.
Venus.
Hey,
Lady
Venus.
Venus.
Mhm.
She was talking
Don't
hot in the
hate.
chat. She was talking hot. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Nah, but nah, being able to come home and have a soft spot to lay your head, literally and metaphorically too. Like we be going through a lot of shit. Like real talk, a lot of shit be going on. Sometimes just that physical touch, like having somebody just rub your head. You know what I'm saying? Run their fingers through your beard. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You know. things like that. Like that really makes a difference to me. Like y'all ever just been with somebody and you just when they talking, you hearing them talk, but you really can't necessarily pay attention to them because you're just looking at them and you just you know what I'm saying? You just like I really love this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
you just
yeah, when you're admiring and appreciative of what you got and shit.
yeah. Sometimes man, you could
Yes,
just get
You
sir.
some
did
people,
that.
man. Like
You
it
did that.
in the beginning phases for me, it's just like I think the progression sometimes is just like I could just be on the phone with you forever. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck what we talking about, but I could just be on the phone with you forever. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because just the voice alone, just it's just like it feels like home. You know what I'm saying? It feels like a place or a thing of comfort, and that's when it starts to feel different. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you've dealt with a number of people. You know what I'm saying? You do need things to feel different. You need people to delineate themselves, to stand out from the crowd. And the person that, to me, that can make you feel the most comfortable, the person that can make you feel like you at home. Sometimes it may be something that reminds you of your upbringing or something like that. So it may be nostalgic.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The person that cares for you in a way, maybe cooking for you is the way that they care for you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe making sure that things are straight for you at the end of your day or at the beginning of your day. Even as a dude, you know what I'm saying? Just man, run her some bath water, put some bubbles in it. Make sure you got the candles that she like. Make sure the house
I hear
smells
that.
that it should smell when she comes there. Order her favorite food. So I think those small acts of kindness, those thoughtful things, like I started thinking about that because I've never felt compelled to do that for everybody. I don't do that for everybody. I never,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? So I don't know things that make a woman that makes me want to feel thoughtful. Like that's what roped me in. You know what I'm saying? I want to be around you. I look forward to seeing you at the end of the day because you are the soft spot that I can land where I can land at night. So I mean, those are my things.
Yeah, that's dope. That's real talk. And when you was talking about the
I hear that.
appreciation thing, I find myself always appreciating, especially like when my shorty sleep. Like you just look at it and say, "Man, thank you."
Absolutely. Salute to Reaper Real and my boy Thanos Theory in the building. Yeah, see, he know you came up here with the smoke, Venus. What's up, Venus? What's your thoughts? What these niggas do to make you fall in love?
Shut up, Thanos. What? What? I ain't gonna answer that question. I thought y'all was past that. Okay. I timed my entrance. I wasn't trying to answer that.
All right, well, answer whatever you want to answer then.
I had a question, but after all you just said, I'm just like, wow. I don't have a question anymore. Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like, damn.
That's why I be
My
trying not
question
to.
feels stupid now. That was deep just now.
I
I
be,
don't know.
I be trying to.
is stupid.
That's why I usually facilitate and don't talk a lot.
I gotta think hard now. I'll be back.
I
I'm
be
going on
having these
mute.
questions thought out before I ask them, so I be trying not to. So, I'm saying though, right? Like I'm saying, right? Because sometimes Granville, cracks jokes about what do they call it? Having charisma, having riz, and all that, and having game, and you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
don't know. I think some people just got it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just a thing. I
Oh
think
my
some people
god.
are charming, some
Wait.
people are attractive. What's your thought?
Okay, you made me think of something that I remember with this certain person. And we kind of like we're still cool. This was like an ex, right?
Hmm.
And we both say this about each other like, man, you was the only person I could be around all day and we don't even have to talk and it's peaceful. And I didn't understand outside of him. I thought that was normal, but everybody can't just coexist in the same small space with you without talking. And it just feels good just that they're there. Like you don't require anything. Because most people try to fill the silence with talking or maybe constantly, are you okay? Are you okay? And sometimes that shit is annoying. Um
Man, that's annoying.
as opposed to just existing. So some people don't even know how to be comfortable in silence to even let
That's
that
true.
happen. So they kind of mess that up. But like when I feel when you can exist in silence with a person and you enjoy that, I think that's it for me. I like that a lot.
Hmm. I totally agree. I totally agree. Whatever y'all want to say, y'all can go. You ain't got.
That's dope. I
I
agree
was
with that
thinking
too.
about what Venus said because I did date a guy, and it seems like whenever things got silent, and I would just be relaxing, laying on him. and he would be like, "What's up?" And I'd be like, "Nothing." And he'd be like, "What's on your mind?" "Nothing. I'm really just at peace." And he like, "You sure you at peace? You ain't saying nothing. Just at peace. I'm just relaxing." "Okay, so ain't nothing wrong."
Yeah, that's
You know
like
what
they
that
don't
is
know.
though?
That
It's
shit is
Okay, what?
irritating.
it could be like
Right.
anxiety though, like for real, and it's sad because like you have to learn how to speak through it and you have to be able to recognize when you're not overstepping yourself, and it's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that stillness. I love it. I love it.
Right.
Like I could have the like everything black in the room. I could just sit there. Just sit there.
Well,
Everything
because
be
I
cool.
think
I
they're
don't have
not
to have nothing.
comfortable with their own thoughts for too
Mhm.
long. That's just my
Yeah.
theory. I don't know. So they have
Yeah,
to
that's what
talk.
our prime was talking about, the anxiety of it
You
all.
just have to talk and talk and talk. And it's like, no, we could just exist. And it's cool. Like, I don't know. I only think I really had that with one person.
Mm.
Most people can't do that.
I
Yeah.
want to be able to be comfortable around you. You know how comfortable I want to be? I want to be this comfortable. If I hit that move at the family reunion,
Hey,
Uh,
do not fucking laugh
yeah.
at me. If I hit you with a little same OG, don't fucking laugh.
Yeah.
I would
you
find that so
same
attractive. Like,
OG.
oh, look at my OG. Look at my sexy man. He still got it. Look
Yeah.
at
You
No,
say
he
you
I was
do
still
in
not.
love
got
with
it?
him.
Mm-mm.
I
You
was
say
in
you
love
still
with him when
got
I
it?
was in high school.
Oh,
still
Definitely love
got
with
it.
him.
wait,
No, he
this?
don't.
Hey, listen, y'all laughing,
He
right?
really
Y'all
thought he
laughing, but
did
check that
something. He
video
really
again.
Did
thought
do
he did
something.
Check that
something.
video again. Those legs move
No,
fast. They might not have moved the way y'all
No,
wanted it to.
no.
It may not have did what it used to do, but them legs still move quick. Play
Nah,
it again.
son.
Watch how quick them
Trying to,
legs
one
interchange.
more time, because this is
Explain the leg movement.
one more time.
Watch that leg.
You
What?
see this?
What?
Oh,
What?
let's go, baby. Let's go.
What is
Yo, that last leg was having trouble getting back to it.
Nah, that was that old school slide him over type of thing. That was a smooth move. He's still a cat daddy.
you,
Oh,
And
I
he
got
ended with a smile. See,
you
that
need to use
smile
the
did it
straight
for me.
players with
As long
the
as he was smiling, I'm good.
big ass pants on, the big ass wide dress pants, and the now later gators and shit. Talking about, hey baby girl, you used to that
Stop
shit.
hating on my man. Stop hating. I
Hey
got a
baby girl.
question for the panel.
What's that?
It ain't called riding the pony no more.
What's the question?
What's the question?
So compatibility, how important is like because there's a divide. Like some people feel like there's arranged marriages, there's marriages overseas. Compatibility is not a thing, but okay, we understand that. But to everybody on the panel, is that a requirement for you? Because personally, I feel like me and the person have to really think in similar ways for me, or we're probably just not going to get along.
Yeah,
I only
that's
think
number
our
one.
morals and stuff have to be similar. I don't
Me and my
like
girl,
I love
we are
sports. My man don't have to like sports. He just gotta respect that I like sports.
yeah, we're opposite when it comes to certain things in nature. But what we come together is like our what we think is funny, what we laugh at, and our views on like traditional type things and going against the modern now. What we do agree of on modern, we kind of like I don't know. Yeah, we just always on the same page when it comes to stuff like that. It's like whatever things come up.
Because I had both experiences. I've dated someone. I didn't know. I didn't have anything to compare to, but I dated the same person, a silence person. We were very compatible, like, and very similar. Not similar in personality, but like the core things. We just kind of thought the same. And then after him, I dated someone who like a lot of his ideologies were very opposite of mine. And then I found that like we would have way more arguments over smaller things
Good.
just because we
Mm-hmm.
don't think alike.
Yeah, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that, like how everybody said, the compatibility word, the one thing that helped me choose better this time was it's a thing called suitability. So when you think about suitability, you think about a suit, with something that will fit you, tailor made for you. And that's one thing that I had to make sure that this time I found somebody not just compatible, but suitable. And actually, we are very different compatibility wise, very different. Like I love sports. She doesn't love sports like that. But as far as our morals, our values, what we believe in, those things, the non-negotiables, she fits
Hmm.
that mold. She suits me. So that's
Indeed.
that's one thing.
I'm struggling with this a little bit because I'm thinking like there's so many areas, and like, does that mean we're compatible in one area, in the most important area to me, or like I don't? I
I'm
guess
gonna
I'm.
say like over 60, 70% of the things y'all agree on.
Damn.
We're gonna give it a number. About 67% of the most important things that you can go through, like how to raise your children, um, how do you
Mhm.
feel about what's going on with the world? If you want to bring that in there, if you want to bring politics or politics, if you're big on politics and stuff like that, then you have to find somebody who agrees with you. I think so. Somebody who agrees with you politically might be the best.
Usually, if you're decent, you'll find a lot of people that's compatible with you,
They
and
bullshit though.
things will start off kind of good temporarily. But that's why I use the word suitable. Like if you're looking for something longevity wise, you got to find somebody that actually fits your life.
I
Like they
like the
got to
way you
actually
said suitable though, for real. Because when I think of suitable, it's like my life from here on. Then, like, do you
correct.
suit my life
Yeah.
for the
Yes.
future? That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. They fit who you are and who you're going to be. Like y'all can actually
Mhm.
grow together.
But that's why I
Like
said in the beginning that we don't have to like all of the same things. Like I said, I
nope.
like sports, my man don't have to. But for the morals and things that are core values,
Hmm.
we must agree on that. There's no at 60% we agree. No, we
Yeah.
must agree on those core things, and everything else doesn't really matter too much. Now, for what things I cannot tolerate, I cannot stand, I don't get with guys where I feel like I have those moments. Because to
Hmm.
me, that's something that's going to irk me. It's going to nerve me. It's not something that I want to try and figure out how to get over, because I understand what things annoy me, and that might make me, you know what I'm saying, be ready to leave a person. So if I catch on to those things, if we already noticing those things, we done talked about certain stuff and you just don't fit, then I don't see a point of us continuing on. I don't
Correct.
want to figure out if there's other stuff that we, get along with and that we like and all that other stuff. I understand people do it. I'm just saying for me, I'd be
No,
like,
and I
nah,
actually see why
that's a
you don't.
hard no right there.
Yeah, I actually see why you don't because usually when we go past that threshold, we'll force something and then you'll see it's ending. But you keep trying
Hmm.
just because you're a decent person. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want
Yep.
you will just keep forcing it and then eventually now y'all start hurting each other. Because it's supposed
Hmm.
to end, but y'all
Mhm.
keep trying to go. Keep okay, this can get better. They're gonna change that. No, they're not, because that's just who they are. That's who they are at their core. It's not gonna change. Certain people, hygiene is a very big stickler. Leaving clothes on the floor, stuff like that. I'm not with none of that. I
That's
believe
the
everything has its place.
basics. Oh, damn.
I believe everything has its place. So if I have somebody that's like that, I already know it's not going to work because it actually bothers me and it's going to give me an attitude. It's going to give me an attitude. So
Oh
then
shit,
if
my
I have
shit different. I do it, so we can't have two people that do it. So I kick them out.
right, you got
I
to have
literally went for somebody who did
yeah,
actually
you got to
feel
have
like
somebody
it.
that
I ain't
balance
gonna
that out. I can't do it. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to work. It ain't
So
going to
what
work.
about what Tommy said? Tommy said, "I'm a nigga. I'm not looking for another nigga." So I expect us to have different interests and hobbies.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
People
of
got to know what
course.
their
Mhm.
preferences are.
For sure. That's my
You
point.
know what's dope? so I'm a gamer, right? And I
Mhm.
didn't even know that she enjoys it and shit too. And she's been like a huge contributor to it, and which is something also that's rare. Can't fucking really find. You
I
never
think
know, man. Just look, man, and it'll come across you, especially when you're looking.
Wait, can I answer this? He said, I'm a nigga. I'm not looking for another nigga, so I expect us to have different interests and
mhm.
hobbies. Yeah, I expect us to have different interests and hobbies, but I need us to have some commonalities, like have the same sense of humor or enjoy watching the same type of movies. So that way we get each other's jokes or like little references we make. You actually understand what I'm talking about. I actually understand what you're talking about. So if we don't find any of those things in common, I don't really see how we relate much, in my opinion.
But that's
Like,
what I
yeah,
was saying about that. Those are compatibility things, and those are very like superficial. Like, okay, so I like sports, and I know she don't like sports. But what I would love for her to do, this is how you can tell if she's into you. She doesn't like sports, but she wants to know about it. You still hoop, you still play basketball, you still play football. She's saying, okay, I don't like it, I don't know nothing about it, but I'm coming to support you anyway. That's all I need. I don't need you to know what a travel
Mhm.
is, what a down pick is, what a V pick is, how to move motion offense, all that shit. I don't need it. You just
Just
love the
say no
fact that I'm putting the
cowboy.
ball in the hole, I'm knocking niggas the fuck over and stuff like that. You're enjoying that shit. You enjoy me putting in work. That's cool. Just being supportive. That's pretty much what a man wants. Like just be supportive. You ain't gotta know what the fuck going on. You here for me anyway.
I
It's
think
okay. Ladies the
And
same
shit.
way. You ain't
yeah,
gotta like certain stuff. Just support us. That's all.
yeah, because
Exactly.
And that
y'all
wasn't
got
like
mad.
a man versus woman thing. I'm just saying
Yeah.
like, yeah, we feel
No,
that.
no, it's the same thing. It's vice versa. Like some of the shit that she be watching and stuff, I don't like the shit, but I would do it anyway.
So what do y'all think about the concept of growing to love somebody, getting with somebody because it's a smart thing to do, and maybe
Yeah.
growing to love them?
So
Some people
yo,
can
it's where you
tolerate
can
that.
have
Oh my bad.
best of both worlds, bro. You could have it where it happened at the same time, dog, where you kind of like found somebody affection and then like they hit you with everything or whatever, and then you still got to grow the light to like you're growing to love them even more after, just because like the different things that y'all go through
Mm-hmm.
or the you appreciating just. I hated the niceness of mine at first. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was getting on my fucking nerves. But it kind of started teaching me how to be nice, and I started like,
Hmm.
realizing how it was rubbing off on
Mm-hmm.
me.
Because you're not used
Yeah,
to
like
that shit.
nice,
You're not
man.
used to somebody
Yeah,
just always being sweet and nice and kind all the damn time.
yeah, like that shit. That's why I was like. That's why sometimes I be in the chat, man. Someone like y'all be asking for these traits that feminine, fit friendly shit, but y'all don't know what that's like though. Sometimes y'all just be
Yeah.
hollering for it.
Hey,
You don't
food.
know if
I'm
that's
so
okay for
happy
you or
you
not.
said that because I always make the argument that men be asking for the type of woman that they don't even know how to handle. And I'm not saying you.
Mhm.
Correct.
You're just being honest
Genius.
about it.
Not honestly,
But
I had to learn how to handle it.
yeah, you're just being honest about adapting to the situation. But a lot of times they don't. They end up like repelling the thing that they wanted, but when they get it, they don't even understand how to manage it.
Don't
So they
nobody
kind of
want
push
that
it
boring
away.
ass bitch.
That is 100.
What happened?
Tommy crazy.
You talking to a bunch of suck ass niggas that ain't really. Don't nobody want no boring ass. Like fuck out of here, all that. Man, fuck. I need a motherfucker to feel me. Just you
You
check my
toxic.
temperature
You want
every
to get
once in a
cursed the
while.
fuck out. We know.
I'm just saying. You feel me? Who the
Yeah,
fuck like
TB
vanilla
still
when you
want
got
all
me
that
apology?
wild
You
shit.
feel me?
I
Like
don't want
fuck
all that
out of here.
wild shit. I'm done with that. I done had that
Tommy
my
I
whole
toxic.
life.
like so I like my
Nah,
wife
nigga, I
to
ain't
come
talking
in the
about
way I
nigga
like
every day,
it.
but
You
nigga,
know what I
you feel me?
mean?
Like every once in a while, you feel me? You gonna test a nigga, you know? Motherfucker gonna have to, you know. Don't nobody want no pushover, my nigga.
You gotta
Pushover,
curse
that shit.
Tommy
I'm
out
tired
like
of
three
glass
times
bottles
a
getting
month
thrown
so he
at
can
me.
know it's real.
But nah, I was saying that cause motherfucking fuck out of here, Shicey bum. That nigga's dead. Fuck out of here. No, I was saying that because you be hearing these niggas talk. Oh, I want a girl that's in the video games. Fuck out of here, nigga. When I'm on my game, leave me the fuck alone. Take your ass. Like you gotta have shit that you feel me. Like that only you do. You feel me? And she gonna have shit that only she do. But like you feel me? You gonna have to be up on like ministers. Like it's gonna be shit we gonna have in common. You feel me? Like you said, Venus, where you can have like the little mutual interest. Like You feel me? If I'm spitting some from Mr. Society
Yeah,
and you
that's
don't
a
know nothing
big
about
deal
that,
to
bitch, you
me.
gonna have to bounce. Like, or we
Right.
gonna have to sit down and I'm gonna have to learn you something. Cause that's how we operate over here. You feel me? It's gonna be certain shit that's gonna happen. And I'm gonna throw it back to woo woo. And if you out here lost, you feel me?
Wait, but when he says nobody want no vanilla boring, that's not what I was referring to. I'm just saying, even on the like, when you those times where you are kind of being that way, because like they said, it feels uncomfortable to them, so they don't even know what the fuck to do. So they make the moment awkward as fuck. They say something stupid as fuck, and they make you feel like, see, this is why I can't be nice to
Oh,
these
that's because
dumbass
niggas
niggas.
goofy.
Yeah,
Like
most of
they
the time
goofy.
they be asking for. You right about that because I had a conversation like what was it last week about that shit. They asking like when they be talking about they be wanting traditional women and shit like that. I'm like, yo, if you didn't come from that shit, you don't know what that is. You're asking for something that you never seen. If you didn't grow up in marriage, you wasn't around a woman that's a homemaker all the time to see what she do throughout her day. Your mom wasn't that. Your grandmother wasn't that. You never been married where your wife was that. You never seen it. So you're asking for something just because you have the idea of it. The same thing about that feminine friendly thing. Yeah. If you don't never dealt with a woman like that or your peoples weren't like that, that shit it's going to agitate the fuck out of you because why are you always nice? Now me,
Like you don't know what it's like to be
yeah,
at peace
now,
for
What the
most of the
yeah.
fuck?
time of the day.
Now me, no,
I
listen,
feel
man.
what he's saying because I
I'm
hear it.
serious, man. I'm serious. They're gonna say that shit. Now what happens is me, I'm tired of that back and forth shit. I'm tired. I ain't got time for that. I got other shit to do. I need cooperation. I need all that sweet, nice shit when I come home from work, hard as shit, and you just ready to see me all the fucking time. I want all that warm shit. Like Sean was saying earlier, I want somewhere to fucking lay down, rub my head and shit like that. You feel me? Because everything else is hard. I done had a hard ass 40 years, man. I just turned 40. I had a hard
Wait,
ass 40 years. I want to
can
be
I
good.
Facts,
can I ask the
bruh.
ladies
That's
if
where
they
it's
if a
at.
man has to be nice for them? Like ladies, does a man have to be nice? Because
Let me
that's
hear
where I'm
y'all
at with it. He
lie.
better be fucking nice to me, or I
Yes.
don't like his ass.
No,
Say
we
that
like
again.
Yes.
What'd you say?
You
Yes.
hear these lies, Sean?
Yes.
What did she say? What Venus say?
She said she
Do they want a guy that's nice to them?
she said she loves some toxicity. That's what she said.
No, I did not. I
And
said
I'm
he has
not
to be
saying,
nice.
and when I say that, I'm not talking about like, it's a difference between like a nigga that's not a nice guy and just like a nigga that's a fucking dickhead. It's a huge difference between that. But like the whole little pushover ass nigga, y'all not trying to check for that shit.
Yeah, y'all
And the
don't.
reason why niggas say that shit is because niggas went through that phase and got played, got told to our face, you say yes too much. Nah, we ain't trying to hear that shit. Because we
I'm
heard y'all say
serious.
that shit in
Listen.
high
Listen.
school and we
It's not
tried to
about
be
the
that
pushover
shit.
side.
And y'all went
It's
over
not.
to that nigga that was over there in y'all motherfucking grill. And that's why we turned it to these niggas. It's like, y'all gotta stop that.
Hey,
Wait,
Jada.
No,
wait.
y'all just
Let
I
me,
keep
agree with
chasing the
Sugar
wrong
Boss.
type of chicks. That's on y'all.
Oh no,
Y'all get hurt.
listen,
Y'all get
you're
hurt by
absolutely
the
correct.
chicks
Because I was
that
definitely in
never
my ratchet
wanted a
phase.
nice guy and then blame the women who want a nice guy on y'all decision to be with the chick that been showing y'all she didn't care for the nice guy.
No, but
So
check.
yo,
no.
most
No,
of the
because when
women
I
on the
say that,
spectrum
P,
is like that though.
the ones that I went through that with, I knew that was like that. So I don't even count them. I'm
Okay.
talking about the ones that wasn't like that. Because see, we want to act like it's only these ratchet dumb bitches that's like that. No, it's
No, but
also
that's
the
why I
square
said
chicks.
I ain't talking about she got to be ratchet. I'm just
Uh,
saying you recognize the woman that you selected, whether
mm,
ghetto, bougie, whatever, did not
mm.
care for the nice guy, but you wanted her anyway. So you pursued her and then
Yeah.
it didn't turn out well for you.
So you think
So
most women want a nice guy? And when I say a nice
I didn't
guy,
say
I'm
most
not talking.
women. Y'all asked specifically. I like a nice guy.
all right. So Jada, let me explain something to you. So here we go with conflating things.
And we
I'm
got
not a
Venus.
nice guy. I'm not a nice guy, but I am
I know
kind.
you're not a nice guy, meaning.
All right. No. So listen, what I'm saying. I am kind. Now that's why a lot of people like, how the hell is Tequila with him? You really don't know me. That's what I'm saying. I'm very kind. I'm very generous. I'm a giver. I'm a
I like them
servant.
nice and kind.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
But I'm
wait.
not a
I
nice.
gotta. Sorry.
Mhm.
Go ahead,
I
V.
gotta walk it back. I'm with Sugar Bum on this. I want him to be mean to everybody else, but just nice to me.
Yeah, okay, that sound like a work,
No,
and
that's
you can
legit how
start
it
to see
be.
that.
Cause I realized I have a pattern. I really like men who kind of got fucked up attitudes a little bit, but they be my favorite people. So
Mhm.
to everybody else, they can't. They I don't know, but they nice to me. So yeah, just be nice
Hmm.
to me, okay? And then I don't really care about
That's
everybody
what
else.
that's what my girl love about me.
So
That
do
you're an
y'all
asshole.
y'all see what PJ said? Do y'all ladies? Do y'all want to push over? Do y'all want tell the truth? Do y'all
Hell
Okay,
enjoy?
no.
here's the thing.
He
Y'all
would get
No.
keep
rid of
saying
his
the
ass.
nice guy is the pushover.
No, no. I'm
Yeah.
No,
talking
there.
specifically about a push over. Do you want to? Do you want to
Oh,
believe
okay. Yeah,
that
I don't like the
heavy?
pushover.
Oh,
I mean, I need you to be able to stand. So no, I don't like the
What is a
pushover.
nice
Okay,
guy?
okay. Now, Sean,
Here
what
we go.
happens when you stand? What are you?
abusive, toxic.
You ain't
That's
fucking
not
nice
what
when
that
you
is.
stand. That's what we talking about.
Yeah.
What
No,
we?
listen, a
If you
pushover
stand on
is
business, there's no
somebody
way to stand on
that
business being nice.
falls for any and everything. He don't have a pushback. He don't have a thought to want to say anything or nothing. If he does have a thought, he's too scared to do it. That's a pushover.
That's
A
Everything
man
and
who just
everything you
stands
describing
on
is a
what it
guy being
is
nice.
that he's
Yeah, that's
into,
a nice
his
guy, Jada.
thoughts, he can work on something. That's okay.
Jada, this is why y'all confused. This is
No,
And
why y'all
no, I'm
very
not
confused
confused.
about guys.
I know what a nice guy look like. All
so
right, I know what he acts like.
Venus and Jalen.
Pushover is different.
So a pushover, Venus and Jalen. Do y'all like a nigga that you can kind of control?
No.
First Venus, then Jalen. Oh, okay. Venus.
Oh,
Control in what
She
way?
say define
To an
control.
extent, yeah.
Define control.
You gotta define that control part.
Wait, say it again. I didn't hear you.
You said define control.
Yeah, cause to an extent, yeah. To an
See?
Okay.
extent.
See, I like that honesty.
Yeah, I love it. Just be honest, because that's the best way you can find out to get what you want.
You know one of my criticisms. I think a lot of times people get in relationships and women think they become your mom.
Move
I-
faster
what?
next time.
What? What the hell? You get in
Can y'all
relationships. Some women
Yeah,
think
we can
they're
hear
your
that.
mom, and some men think that they become a woman's father. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times, even when I hear the term "happy wife, happy life," I think immediately that woman wants a fucking pushover. Because if
Hmm.
you a
Yes.
person who believes happy wife, happy life, then you
No,
yo,
Sean.
Yo, it's
I'm
only men that say it
my
though.
opinion. That's how I
no,
process.
but Sean,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what we go through as men to find out that that's not what they want, and that's why when we had these conversations and like women talk to us, it's like we're talking from experience because most niggas done went through that phase before. And again, is a nigga saying like you like abusive or this that? No, but what you have to understand is like if a nigga stand on business, there's a level of I guess you would say like discipline or something there. You don't get disciplined by being nice. Period.
Correct.
You don't discipline your kids by being nice. So it's almost like a ratio of it to it. But if there's a decision to be made, most and say like it's something that like you want or whatever, and for whatever reason, like your man is like, nah, you feel me? Most women are gonna push a little bit to see if they can
Bad,
get.
I was laughing at Jalen, at
No, no,
JLE,
no,
not what
I
you were
ain't
saying. I'm
into it.
sorry.
So no, no, it's good. Most women gonna push a little bit, because they really want it. If a nigga if a nigga gonna fold to that shit, it's gonna look a certain way. And again, if
Mhm.
you give an inch, a motherfucker gonna take a mile. And again, that's from experience. Like niggas done went from the phase of being a whole like, yes, 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 yes. And then next you know, the broad then shows up and you like, damn, what the fuck I do? Well, you say yes to everything. You
Yep.
scratch your head like, that's a bad thing? What the fuck? Like, so that's why whenever that question is asked, it's always funny because from when we was young, that's all we was told is like, oh no, we like a nice guy, we like a nice guy. Trust me, niggas ain't dumb. We see where nice guys finish. And it ain't in front of the other niggas.
Hey, Jada, believe it or not, most of these divorces, what you think that's coming from? If you look at when women are getting
It
tired,
ain't because y'all men are a bunch of nice ones.
no,
I can tell you that. If that's what you're trying to say.
Jada, listen,
You ain't
I'm
gotta
trying.
promise me. I already see what the
Okay,
stuff look like. So no, you ain't gotta promise me
Jada,
that.
actually
Don't lie
talk.
to
Okay,
yourself.
actually talk to these women. Actually talk to them. And they're gonna tell you. They ain't gonna tell you the thing called nice, but that shit is gonna start turning them the fuck off. It's not into y'all to
Okay.
y'all were built for receiving direction.
Hold on, I
Leadership,
have to take a
actual
Who?
moment.
leadership.
Okay,
Leadership is not nice.
let me give some clarification because I think when you guys hear the word nice, you are thinking like super pushover. He doesn't have a backbone. He just gonna do whatever somebody say. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that
Exactly. I'm back.
there are some men who don't understand that like you
Yeah.
should still be a man and be masculine and be like have your standards and be firm on things. However, there is a time to be nice. And some men they're so damn quote unquote masculine that they don't feel comfortable doing that other part.
No,
So
then
did you
that's
see
why I
what
made a
PJ
distinction
said?
between a dickhead and a guy. You know, like there's a middle ground there. Nice guy is a certain extreme, and then being a dickhead is another extreme. And there's a happy medium in between there that you have to meet. You have to be a fucking idiot to think that with anything in life that you're just going to be hardcore, strict. Most motherfuckers ain't gonna sit around for that. You gotta be soft, like with your woman. You gotta do the roses, the candles, the rose
Yeah.
cut. Like that's that. Look. I grew up with a dad, so that's just common sense to me.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
with my pops, I seen that ratio. I seen when it was
Yeah.
time
You
to say
seen it.
no, it was a no. And whether my mom pouted, screamed, shouted, whatever the fuck, it was still a
Mm-hmm.
no.
Still
It
no.
wasn't no arguments. It wasn't no back and forth. He said no one time, and that was the end of the motherfucking discussion. So for me, that's common sense to me. Like it's common sense that it's a time and a place for everything. But when you say nice guy, it's the picture painted because we know what nice guy looks like, and so that's why we kind of chuckle whenever we hear women say, "Yeah, they like a nice guy," because it's like it sounds good on paper, and then when you get it, I mean, 9 times out of 10, he just gonna look like a weak ass nigga.
It's exactly what PJ said. Y'all guys don't understand that you're talking about kindness. Kindness. Like actually look it up. That's what a woman wants. An actual woman wants you to be kind to her.
Yeah.
But she also
Yeah.
knows that, yeah, you're going to be firm. You're going to tell her no. You're supposed to tell her no. If
But
she
look,
had a father, her
is
father
this shit
said
accurate?
no.
Is this shit accurate? Y'all know what do they say? They want a nigga that look like Future to act like Russell Wilson, pretty much.
Shut
Nigga,
up.
yes,
Of
Sean.
course, all of them want that.
Sean, I had a
What are you
homegirl
talking
on my
about? I would
mom.
rather have him look like Russell Wilson. Sorry.
I had a chick that was a homegirl, and on my mama, this broad said she wanted Michael B. Jordan mixed with who the fuck was this nigga? It was like a street nigga. And in my head, I'm like, bitch, the reason why this person is because they ain't that person. And the reason why that person is that person because they ain't that person. How the fuck you figure you gonna mix that gumbo together? It's oil and water. But you literally have a lot of women that walk around with that in their head that they can get a nigga that look like 21 Savage, but then also get the soft, and this style. Like, and you'll literally have like arguments with chicks about this shit. And it's like, we know what comes with that.
Well,
You feel
because
me?
I guess even what I'm starting to learn now is women. I don't think a lot of women understand how fucking one-dimensional men are. So we expect y'all to be like us, and a lot of y'all don't have all of those. It's like Tommy said, well, it's either this, it's either the Future, or it's either the Russell. It's like no. When women kind of can be a lot of things, and so we look at y'all expecting that you can also encompass a lot of things, but some of you, I don't know, or it was just maybe that's how men are, but most men are not. They're very much black and white.
Yeah, that's why we constantly talk about how simple we are. Like, literally, when women get a hold of men, they make it a lot more uh, complex than what it really is. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's not to say that you can't get with some niggas and whether they got issues or not, should it be off or whatever. But for the most part, niggas is super simple. That's why they always show that picture of like that little apartment, and they show just like a TV, a beanbag chair, and like a fucking table. And it's like, this all a nigga need in his life. That's literally how simple niggas it is. Like when I had my one bedroom apartment, a nigga didn't even have a couch in that motherfucker. Like, nigga, give me a bed, give me a TV, and give me an Xbox.
Can you hear
Nigga,
me?
we chilling.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
We
y'all.
hear you.
yeah,
We
we
hear
hear
you,
you.
Jada.
Like, that's literally how simple niggas is. And I tell people all the time, like, unless you somebody like my dad, who this nigga will decorate everything. But for the most part, niggas, the decorations, the plants, and all of that shit that go in the houses, it's for women. Niggas
That's how I
don't
give it to
nominally give
my.
a fuck about that. Again, you're gonna have some niggas that do, but for the most part, niggas don't need none of that shit. We don't need pictures on the wall. None of that
So
shit, dog.
especially like in your bachelor pad, and you just
Yeah.
focused on the come up, bro. You're not worried about none of that. You focused on the grind right now. You know
But
what
I'm
I'm saying?
saying, even because you making my point, like when you get with a chick, who usually decorate that motherfucker? Her.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? But usually if it's a bachelor pad, it's usually the simplest shit ever in that motherfucker.
Scarface fucking poster. Some shit.
You feel me?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm usually the one that do that type of shit though.
No, but I'm
I
saying
was gonna say
but I'm
Sean
saying
decorate everything.
it's always exceptions. Like my dad is like that. My dad, you give my dad 4 walls, this nigga about to turn that motherfucker into like a fucking high class studio apartment. Like this nigga, that's
Right.
just how he is. So it's always niggas that's exceptions. But for the most part, overwhelming. Like Sean, if you went through your homeboys, how many of your niggas is like that? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, I feel you on that. I
I
definitely
had
feel
another question.
What's
Oh, I'm
that?
sorry.
No, you got it.
It's for the ladies again. All right, it's kind of contradictory to the last question, but I was wondering about like the whole masculinity thing, right? Because I think women are clearly attracted to masculinity, whether they understand that that's what it is or not. And even some could say gay men, right? Like when gay men will make passes at other men, and it's like, why the fuck? It's something about the masculinity that's very like appealing, right? So, when you see women like men who are like he's an asshole, like he's mean, like why does she like him? My theory, and I don't know if the other women agree, is that because she's looking at like the masculinity of it, and that's attractive to her. I don't know. Do you ladies see it that way? Because that's kind of how I see it. Not saying masculinity is bad, but when you see somebody who you know will get violent, or you know he don't play no fuck shit, or you know like that it's attractive. Even sometimes if it could be a little bit excessive and it's toxic, but then it's still something attractive about him. And so I'm wondering is like if it's the masculine part that's so appealing.
That's a good one right there.
Jalen, what you got on that, Jalen? If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Jada, you go first. I need more
Hold on one
time.
second. I apologize. I had to take a call. I'll be right back, y'all.
Oh shit.
Welcome to Front Street.
Speak up, Jalen.
Don't be scared.
I'm not scared. I'm really trying to think this through.
Venus, you want?
What? Go
I
ahead.
go in front of you, Jalen. Venus, you know what I'm going to tell you it is? Y'all don't know what the fuck masculinity is. Oh my mama.
Shut
Like,
the hell
no,
up.
no. Listen to me on everything. This is why I say that, right? Real masculinity is avoiding the confrontation, not jumping into it. In y'all head, masculinity is all gas, no brakes. You get what I'm saying? So that's
No,
submissive.
not that he gotta be fighting all the time. But
No. It's not all the time. But what I'm saying is, okay, a lot of y'all in y'all heads, y'all think if I'm this man to do this, and this, and he's the man, then he should be willing to take it further. But what men understand is, if we're in a situation where shit get real, we understand that in our situations, somebody might not come back from that. So with us, a lot of times it's just worth it to just not even go and just walk away from it than even go head first into the shit. But a lot of women will look at that as being weak because of the fact of, well, I'm ready to go beat a motherfucker ass, da da da. So in their head, it's like, well, if I'm the feminine one and I'm ready to do that, how is the masculine one not ready to do that? So that's what I'm saying. Like the reasoning part that comes with masculinity, a lot of women don't understand. So even like when you hear like women go, if your boyfriend gets knocked out in front of you, could you still fuck with him? Most men know you're not gonna win every motherfucking fight that you get into, but just because you lose a fight does not equal you not being able to fight or you not being able to protect.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like Mike
Yeah.
Tyson
So
had
I
lost a
was
fight
just
before, and that
asking.
was the baddest nigga on earth.
I got
So
jumped last time, so I had to get that one a technicality. But I lost. Fuck it. It don't matter what happened. You still lost.
What was you saying, Venus?
oh no, I wanted to say something to Tommy. So I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying they should fight. I'm just giving you like the natural reaction that women have to it, right? Like whether it's uh that's what she thinks a man should do or not, it's something about knowing he's that type of man. There's like a natural that is appealing to you.
No, and that's what I'm explaining to you. I agree with you, but what I'm telling you is a lot of the moves that y'all look at as masculine is actually the opposite. So when you see these niggas getting super, super jealous, oh, what the fuck you looking at? Y'all take that as masculine. But most real niggas see that shit as being weak as fuck. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I would have to think about what I'm defining as masculinity, but no, I understand there's a line. Just because somebody's jealous, that doesn't make him a masculine man. That could make him an insecure man, right? Just because that could be
100%.
something totally different. So
Like a lot of women like the fact that like their men are super just they don't want you to dare look at another nigga, etc., etc. You feel me? And I think in a lot of women's head that's taken as like being masculine. Like, and that's why I said like a lot of women's definition of what they look at as being masculine is off because they don't really know what being masculine is. They know what the quote unquote show of masculinity is, which is usually you generally if you show masculinity, it's the so you guys are judging masculinity off of the commercial, not off of what it really is. You get what
no,
I'm
like
saying?
let me give you an example. If something's happening, right? Not even a violent thing, just like an urgent situation or an emergency situation, and I'm like kind of confused. I'm disheveled. I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. And then the man is like kind of taking control of the situation, not overreacting, thinking with his head because I'm not. I think that considered being masculine because there are some men who they'll be just as lost as you are, and y'all both
Yeah,
don't know
I
what to
was I
do.
would see that as a
Yeah.
masculine trait. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think I have some understanding. I don't think
No,
masculinity
no,
means violence, but yeah,
no.
yeah.
I think I like when I say that I don't mean that you don't know any version of it. What I'm saying is, for the most part, in society in general, when you see masculinity, it's usually in an aggressive mode because if it's not shown in that way, then you're not really paying attention to it anyway. You get what I'm saying? So like, if somebody's in a situation and the person de-escalates the situation and walk away, that's not going to stick out in your head. Now, if they're in the situation, they have to defend their girl and they beat the shit out of somebody to defend their girl, that sticks out. Oh, I want that. That was masculine. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's the commercial of masculinity because it sticks out. That's what's shown. But the real part of masculinity is usually the shit that you don't see. It's just like I said, is somebody de-escalating the situation and getting all parties out of there safely.
No, I agree.
Okay, that
So
makes sense.
Jalen, wait, don't let Jalen slide, Sean. She never
Yeah,
answered.
she be skating.
y'all are haters for that. But yeah, I put in the chat. A man who is stoic is more attractive to me than the one who's reactive. I think being reactive is more of a feminine energy type of trait. So if I'm with a man who's just reactive all the time, I'll feel like I'm dating myself, which I don't want to. So I would want him to be the opposite of me in those situations so that we can come together and figure out the problem. Because if we're just both reactive, the problem's not going to get solved.
Yeah. Yo, this has to
See,
be
a
a
lot.
little more detail though, because so here's the thing. At the same time though, you can easily say the thing about somebody who is stoic, they're a pussy. Because a lot of times people are stoic as hell because they are pussies. They wouldn't stand for nothing.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? No type of situation. There's a lot of people here who wouldn't
Stoicism
stand up
is
for anything.
So that's what I was
Stoicism is
about to.
more so about being a balanced person and being more of a
Yeah, so I'm just
planner. I
about
don't think you're a
okay.
pussy in those situations.
Right. So being stoic, see what happens is that's another thing that's conflated. A lot of times people think stoicism is the absence of emotions, and it's not.
Okay.
It's learning when the emotions need to be applied. A man shows emotions, but he shouldn't be emotional.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So it's deeper
Like,
than just not reacting to anything.
yes, it's deeper than not reacting. See, when you
Okay.
that's the first thing you said, someone that doesn't react. No, it's about knowing when to react. It's not the
Oh.
absence of a reaction. No, I was
Yeah.
talking to Jalen. So
Well,
a
no.
person I'm gonna give you another, like a person that frequently reacts. How they react to this situation. Let's say they are a person that deals with something head on. They're more offensive than defense. That doesn't mean they lack stoicism. It's how they handle it. What is the emotion behind it, and are they emotional with dealing with the situation?
So if a dude
Somebody,
pushes you out the way while we in the bar or whatever, and I push him out the way, or you know what I'm saying, I put hands on him. Is that acting up too much?
no, see again, and that's what someone will say automatically. You're not stoic. But if you look up some of the greatest leaders and the people that were, war veterans and everything that were prone to violence, they said they were the most stoic. Somebody actually did a
So,
great piece on here. What's the guy name? He called himself critically drinking now. I forgot his daggone name.
Oh,
so true.
Arshawn.
Arshawn, yeah.
What
Arshawn,
I,
critically drinking, did a great piece on stoicism and the difference. And he showed all the great war leaders and everything like that. They knew when it's time to get busy, they knew when to handle it. And it didn't mean there was an absence of emotion. They was emotionless, or they weren't reactive.
so what I was referring to is emotional reactivity. I wasn't saying that him having a reaction at all is a bad thing. I was talking about him reacting emotionally up front.
Correct. That's
Just
what I did. Now we're saying the
yeah.
same thing.
So
I said a man is not supposed to be emotional, but he shows emotions with. So if you do something to make me angry, I'm allowed to get angry. Now if you ain't do nothing and I'm just reacting and you like, what the hell did that come from? That's emotional. That means you have bad inhibitions and bad impulse
being
control.
angry
That's
is
usually
fine, but
emotional.
if you act out impulsively, is essentially what I was talking about.
Correct.
Is a problem for me. So yeah,
Yes. Royce is right.
we were saying the same
Stoicism is
thing.
from a position of power.
Okay.
Y'all
We
went.
look more into that a little bit, I guess.
Shout out to Love W for the Cash App. I appreciate that. Shout out to Era Black in the building. Shout out to my boy D Town in the building. I randomly bumped into D Town, I think last week at a gas station out here.
Oh,
I
that's
walked in,
dope.
I'm like,
That's dope.
motherfucking D Town.
That's dope.
My fellow Gremlinite, you feel me? In the building. Man, y'all got me thinking, man. Real talk. So look, I want to get a little toxic, man. If there was a dating profile for any of y'all, tell me one red flag that a person should be able to identify about you? As usual, I always want to start with the ladies. Jalen, your ass is up first because you be skating around these questions. What's one red flag about you that should be on your dating profile, but probably ain't?
I can be a little bit of an asshole.
Really? Often or once in a while?
Often.
Is it with certain things or just in general?
In general, dry sarcasm, bluntness, all of those things are considered to be asshole traits. So I guess I can be an asshole sometimes.
Damn. God damn. Now look, y'all been tiptoeing to her inbox. Just know what to expect. She keeping it real. What's your red flag?
I'm an extremist.
Oh.
That I get that. Like,
So however I feel, it's extreme, and it can switch very fast.
I get that.
Like I could be extremely sensitive because I have a lot of feelings for you, but I could also turn extremely cold if you mess that up. It happens very fast.
You always been like that, or did those things just kind of happen over time?
I think over time.
Okay. Yeah. Nah, I get that. Yeah. It's interesting hearing y'all say these things because I just think we're not introspective enough, and also I think that we don't come on YouTube enough and tell the truth about things and about the imperfections of humans. Jada, what's the red flag? The red flag on your profile that should be on your profile.
If you complaining about something that I don't think is important or that is retarded, then I'm like a brick wall.
So what I heard is that you don't value another person's feelings and opinions.
No, I do. Unless it's just, some people just want to pick an argument to pick an argument. And then you be thinking like, oh, this is, something important to them. And then when they start talking more, you realize it wasn't really about what they said it was.
Mm-hmm.
They just wanted to complain for whatever little reason they heart desired. Then it's like, oh, you wanted to pick a fight. Okay, well, let me let you rant. Let me let you go ahead and say a little rant. And then I can leave you alone.
That actually makes sense. Prime, what about you, man? What's your red flag?
The best one I could think of right now, just to keep it, I do research a lot, so I might just hop up randomly with like some stupid facts out of nowhere. Like, did you know that? You know what I'm saying? Blah 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 blah.
That's not a red flag, boy. If you don't dig deep,
that's not a red flag, sir.
You got us telling the tea, and you talking about
I read flag on the plate.
All right. So I don't take disrespect lightly.
What does that mean?
Like 99% of
like
the time.
So what happens if you get disrespected? What happens?
I'm gonna check it. You know what I'm saying? And I have a level head. Especially lately since I'm in my 30s. It's more level headedness. I'd rather have a peaceful situation than not. But if there's like any type of disrespect, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to, speak on it or whatever. I mean, and then like it's kind of these warning things that I'm giving, right? So you keep doing it, blatantly stepping on my toes over and over again, and I have to let you know.
Wait, I got another question when y'all are done.
So you ain't for none of the fuck shit. Got it. Yeah. That was a nice way to put it.
That's even why we out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like somebody, some shit happening. Yeah.
Hey man, he said he ain't for none of the fuck shit.
So that's me.
I like how you put that. Pause. Tommy, what's that red flag, bro? Tommy must be multitasking.
He said he ain't got one.
He from damn California. Hello.
OV
Oh,
ho.
my bad, it froze up.
Say, oh,
Um,
V.
so I guess it'll be like my communication. I'm working on that shit, but I'm not used to telling my motherfucking business. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you know, I'm used to being private. You feel me? And I'm also like one of them niggas that like I've been more single in my life than like in relationships. So um is like the opening up shit for me is a different thing for me. Like for me, it's like I don't know. When I go through shit, I'm used to going through it by myself. Like period. Like I ain't used to because I'm the motherfucker that everybody come to. You feel me? So like if somebody passed away in my family, I don't get to do all the crying and shit. I'm making sure everybody else is smooth. I'm looking after my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, like so I
Ooh.
don't get to do all that shit. So according to my therapist, um, it's not healthy how I hold shit in or whatever. But I mean, that's that's what the fuck has worked. So that's what the fuck I do, and so that's something that I got to get myself out of. Um, so yeah, I'm working on it, but I guess that'd be a red flag. I don't know.
Shoot, I can relate to that, Tommy. I'm the same. Like my upbringing taught me to just bottle shit in and keep pushing. You know, tomorrow's a new day. Stop fucking crying. And so when
Yeah,
people
see,
come to me asking me what's wrong, I'm like, I nothing.
yeah.
I
See
don't
the way
want to
you
talk
just
about it.
said
I'm
that.
good.
I always say somebody got it worse. So any situation I'm in, I can think of somebody that got it worse than me. And then so
Yeah.
for me, it's like it's not even worth tripping over because while I'm tripping, there's somebody that's praying for the problems that I have.
Hmm.
So uh, even though, like I've heard, that's a good outlook to have. Uh, they say that you're still not addressing, what you're going through or whatever. And so I don't know. I mean, I guess that's because, like, I tell people, like, it's probably like why I got like like I tell people I don't have like no in between. Like when my switch is hit, that's it. And I'm not talking about as far as like uh towards like a woman. Like if I get into it with like niggas or whatever, my my switch kind of flips like a motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
it's not no my girlfriend's holding me back. No, I'm gonna pick your little ass up, move you to the side. I'm going where I need to go. Like I don't do the whole having a conversation with a nigga. I'm gonna do this, this, and this. Like nah, we and so I don't know if that's because of the shit that be bottled up or whatever the fuck. But
I think I've been wondering if we give people chances that they don't notice.
what you mean?
Wondering that. So, do you think that you have to say something to somebody like immediately if they done something that kind of because I know we don't. Well, that's why I say I don't. I know that I don't have an anger issue to that degree because I don't just flip off for like the first time. It's not the second time, not even the third time. But I've kind of learned to give like you probably need a second time. You probably should do something. You know what I mean? Let them know, communicate, right? Third time, it's a little grace, but
No
that's
commit.
probably
No,
too
I
late
think
by
I'm
then.
sorry. I think you should say something the first time, so it won't be a second time, third time, fourth time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like I think
speaking. I'm speaking for
sometimes.
like the non noticeables. Like they don't notice it like that. You know?
No, that's my point. So if you don't speak on it, then how would they, right? So I'm not saying you do this, but I've done this. Like sometimes you ignore something because you just, it's like, oh, it's not worth it. But then by the time you address it, you're mad now because they've done it so much.
Yeah.
But see, like
Look
I'm
up.
good at like that. Like if something bothers me, I'll speak on that. But like, okay, just because of like my upbringing and shit, like I still get calls like, oh, like this person got smoked, and like I gotta process that shit. I'm not used to processing that shit and then going back to somebody and going, hey, I'm going through this and this. I'll just try to figure that shit out for myself. And in doing that, I might become quiet and distant in doing it. You get what I'm saying? And so then, when a woman tries to like open you up, then that becomes annoying because it's like, dog, I'm trying to figure this out, and you're nagging me, and it's like it's. I don't look at it as she's doing anything bad, but I look at it as, you know what? If I ain't had you around, I wouldn't even have to deal with this.
So, question to you:
And
are you able to
huh?
articulate that to people though? Like, are you able to say, like, I've had a man say that to me before, like, I need time to think. Like, I'm just wondering if in those situations when you guys are getting annoyed or getting aggravated, um, do you kind of take the time though to tell a person
I'm gonna keep it
this is,
solid with you, Venus.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Most women don't take that though. Like you can say that and they'll try to respect your space, but because they care, they want to help. And so for me, I can become extremely cold when that comes up. And so for me, what I'll do is I'll forecast the future of it and I'll make a move based off of how I forecast the future of it. So when I see you not being able to just chill and just let me figure it out, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'll just get rid of you. And
Yeah,
then
I
now I know I can figure this out because I've been in this space before where I was alone and I was able to figure it out without somebody trying to uh
rush you to a
get into my head
decision.
or see where I'm, you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like, and it's a cold way to be, but, and that's why I said, like, I'm working on the shit, but it's like I said, I've been in that position more than I haven't. So for me, that's like, I know for sure I can figure this shit out if I do it this way. And now I'm being told that, hey, it's healthier if you try and do it this way. And it sounds good, but in my mind, I know 100% I've done this way before and it's worked before in my brain, even though it might not have worked and I might have just been suppressing shit and this, that, and the other. But in my brain, it's worked because I'm still here. You feel me? Like everything still is working, yada, yada, yada. So when I get the sense of like, and I'm be honest with you, it's not even always shit they even got to deal with. Like, oh, I'm trying to get in your head. It's the little shit that you go through in relationships. It's like oh, why you didn't call me back in time? And in my brain, I'm like, bitch, I really don't give a fuck right now. Like, I got this other shit in my brain, and you asking me why the fuck I ain't call you back 7 minutes, ago. Like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry.
So that's why I say, like, I become a cold motherfucker
I
because I'm
saw a
like, dog,
TikTok about this.
I'm just really trying to solve this shit. And like I said, I'm not looking at her because she's normal. Like she's operating normal. Where I'm in a space where I'm trying to figure some shit out. And I'm older now, so it's a lot better than when I was younger. Cause like when I was younger, we was even on some other type shit. And I'm trying to, you feel me, get my head together for some other type shit. And it's just like, man, I'm not trying to be thinking about this goddamn shit right now. Like, so it just, I mean, listen, I've been clinically, like, fuck with these niggas that be lying about. I've been clinically diagnosed with PTSD, so I know I got motherfucking issues. Um,
So, so Tommy, you are essentially more comfortable being somebody else's safe place, but you don't need one yourself.
yeah, that's my natural position. Like anytime
Cool.
anybody goes in all of my home, even to the point of like when you hear niggas talking about, oh, I could call it. Like I'm the nigga that gets called. I'm not
Same.
the nigga that
Yeah.
calls niggas to go. I've always been in that position. Any of I just got off the phone with my cousin a little bit ago. But I'm the person that my nieces call me, my sister, hell, even my mom when they got their divorce, they was calling me. Like I'm just naturally that person. But for me, another part of it too is when I go through shit, I don't want to feel like I'm like in my head. I'm like everybody got their own shit going on. I ain't trying to pile my shit on top of yours.
You don't want the pity.
Well, no, not even that. It's
He don't
just
want to
this.
be a burden. He don't want to
Yeah,
feel like a
because I
burden.
know
You
you
can't
care about
burden.
me. Because I know you care about me. If I give you this information, I know it's gonna affect you, and you're going through your own shit in life. So I'd rather just deal with it myself because I know I can, and just get through it than talk to you. And even just that conversation, because you care about me, I know now it's gonna be on your mind. You get what I'm saying?
So I was thinking, like, listening to you talk, right? If there was something like people could take away from this conversation, like two things that stood out to me was like, well, what I thought was we always talk about men crossing boundaries, right? But then I was thinking we don't talk about women crossing boundaries, right? So because when I said, well, do you express to them, hey, this is my process, I need time to think? But then you said, well, they don't accept it, right? So in that case, it's like a woman who's not respecting your boundary. So I'm just wondering if like if there's a better way to communicate that to a woman. Like, hey, it's no disrespect to you, but this is just my way of dealing with things and I'll speak to you about them when I fully process what's going on. But this is
But
not
what's hard
helpful
about it,
to
Venus?
me. You trying to interject when I'm still trying to process myself.
What's hard about that, Venus, is that could mean I don't even want to talk to you for like 3 or 4 days. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause like
Talk to her at all or talk to her about the issue.
no, like at all. Like sometimes I just need to just air my head out. Like sometimes I just need to not have anything. Like I'm an extreme case, right? So I don't want motherfuckers to think that like, oh, this like my brother's been in jail for what 25 years now. I still have stints where that shit fucks with me. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm in a truck driving down the freeway sometimes, and that shit just fucks with me out of nowhere. Ain't been thinking about it nothing, but just out of nowhere, just it it fucks with me. I'm talking about like I'm just like I'll be in like a bit of rage, like all kind, just out of nowhere. Nothing triggered it or nothing. It just be out of nowhere. Like man, it's fucked up. Like who, and like I'm dealing with that. Or like I said, like I say I'm an extreme version because like I tell people like a lot of these niggas like when they was growing up, like y'all niggas was having posters on y'all walls of superheroes, nigga. We was hanging obituaries. So it's a number of motherfucking homeboys that I'll just be driving down the freeway. I might see a car that one of my niggas used to drive. Boom. I'm instantly in the headspace now. So now in that instance, it won't be that extreme. But it's more like if I experience like a loss or something like that, it's usually when I'll be in a space where I might need a couple of days where like just leave me alone for a minute. And that's hard for some people to take because you know you in a relationship, you want to know what's up and yada yada yada, and then you get to some girls that think, oh, you must be out, you know, that goofy shit, and that's the quickest way to get your ass up out of here because I'm just like I'm not even on that. You feel me? So I don't know. Like I said, I'm working on it. I'm in therapy like a motherfucker and all that shit, but yeah, it's a weird thing to go through.
You know, life wouldn't be shit if it was completely perfect. You know. So
Man, that's true, Tommy. Man, you said a lot, man, about the PTSD and the trauma. I think there's a thing that should be labeled as urban trauma. That's how I label it because that urban trauma is something different, and I really do think that only people who've been through some version of it can identify with it. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that everybody can diagnose or everybody can speak to you about, with any degree of credibility. You know what I'm saying? Or help you. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand why every time you leave the crib, you got to take a pistol with you when you're 17. They're gonna tell you to leave that gun. You don't need that. But if you leave that, somebody gonna leave your ass somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And you've seen so much, you've been through so much, you just understand that at any given time, it's got to be go time. At any given time, somebody is on your ass, and you better be ready to get down. At any given time, when the hood say green light, nigga, it's a green light. Ain't no questions asked. You got to figure that shit out. It's a lot of shit we deal with in the inner cities, man, that people who ain't never dealt with that shit don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You have flashbacks in your head of so many different things, and so many things
Nigga.
to remind you of so many different things. And then even still, like as you get older, trying your best to not react in the way that you were taught to react. Like that's man.
Yo, yeah, I just got reminded of something. Somebody who can deal with my flaws. Yo, I wake up, bro, like, and sometimes I'm waking up off some crazy shit. You know, sometimes I wake up, might be loud, you know what I'm saying, yelling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just because of what was going on in my head doing. Like, so having somebody to understand that, that's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of us are dealing. Like I had to realize I'm dealing with PTSD. You see, a lot of people associate that with just going to war or something like that. But a lot of people like Sean, Tommy, me, and probably you, Prom, we were exposed to it, and that's what we had. I learned that I had it for a while, and I had to deal with it because of certain things you're exposed to. Flashbacks, being woken up out of your sleep. You know, you just in night sweats and shit from shit you done to people, or somebody either done to you, or if you ever had somebody looking for you and shit, that shit will fuck you up. It'll fuck you up for a while, and you don't even know you fucked up until somebody actually slams something around you or something like that, or somebody be playing with you and shit, jump on your back or some shit like that, and you will sling them the fuck across the floor some damn where. Like that shit, yeah, it'll fuck you up. It'll fuck you up. But I had to, most of the time, that's why I like being in peace and quiet because it helped me regulate my thoughts when a whole bunch of shit going on. Like that's when shit get jumbled because that's when most of the time when shit was going on, it was just shit moving so fucking fast. Like and you're reacting to this shit, but like it's just keep moving and you're just reacting. So I like having my thoughts with me. I like to think. So like I like sitting in quiet, room be dark as shit, and I just be sitting there thinking.
You know what's crazy? Truth is they had that post with the little rainbow dude talking about the video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's why I laughed too, going back to like the little nerd talk when they was talking about video games. Like, fuck out here, nigga. We used to gamble on Madden. Like, that's not no nerd shit. But anyway,
Oh yeah, for sure.
that's like that literally like that's my escape. Like when I play the game, like I'm escaping the world. You feel me? Like I can sit there and for however long I'm on that motherfucker, like I'm not thinking about no other shit. You feel me? It's almost like a little make believe world that you get to just play in or whatever for a minute.
You get the
You
fast
ain't
forward
got to think
time
about the
with it.
bullshit of the world. You feel me?
Right.
And because I don't have like that tweaky shit where like if I hear a sound or something like that, my shit be more like the nightmares and shit like that. And then waking up and just having like a migraine or waking up and just like having a mood change or some shit like that. You feel me? Or because I tell motherfuckers like my dad got 4 boys. Nigga, all 4 of us that had homeboys smoked right in front of us. Like not heard about, not went around the corner, like right in front of us. Like nigga saw the smoke coming out the womb type shit. So like even that, you feel me, like dealing with, I get phone calls from my brothers about that shit. You feel me? Like, oh man, I just had woo woo. I was just thinking about da da da. Like it's so much shit. You feel me that you got to deal with coming from that shit. That I don't know. It's like you can't be prepared for that shit. You feel me? Like it's just like we used to just dealing with the shit. So like the therapy shit is a new shit. Like my first day of therapy, nigga, I was in that motherfucker like a baby. That motherfucker had me thinking about some shit I ain't thought about in years, nigga. I'm talking about nigga, tissues, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So and that's what told me that I didn't deal with a lot of the shit that I had went through. It's because like just merely just like them kind of asking about some of the shit and just like kind of getting into details. And I'm just saying like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I was in that motherfucker sobbing. I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. I was in that motherfucker like, this shit crazy.
Yeah, I had to eliminate. I'm gonna say this. I saw you just come off, Sean. I had to eliminate niggas calling me about that shit, talking about when such and such got killed or such. Like, yo, I had to tell niggas like, stop calling me with that shit because, like you said, that shit take a while to process, and sometimes that shit don't hit you as soon as they tell you. That shit'll hit you later on somewhere when you in not even the right time. It ain't the time to be angry or sad. You are chilling. You just sit and think, like.
Randomly.
And that shit just run right through you and it'll fuck your whole day up. So I had to make sure, like, that was one of the things that I learned how to do is like, yo, don't call me with no depressing ass shit. Like right now, I need to process other shit, so don't call me with no depressing shit. That was one of the things to help with the PTSD shit.
See, you went right into what I was about to ask, and I want to start with the ladies because all y'all said some interesting stuff. What do y'all do? What's your happy place? What are the activities? I know Tommy touched on that. Pause. Starting with Jalen, like what's your happy activities? Like what's your safe spot? The thing you do that sets the tone for your day. Like what are those things?
I think I've talked about this before. Music. First thing I do when I wake up, I listen to. I curated a playlist that keeps me like in a calm energy when I wake up. I don't like to feel chaotic when I wake up. I like to be in contentment. So that's the main thing that's the main activity that I like to do. Listen to music, play music, sing, whatever.
Venus, where's your happy place? What's your happy activity? What gets your spirits up?
Um, Anything spa related, like a massage, a facial. That's the way that makes me happy. Book a massage real quick, and that makes me feel good. But so what Jalen was saying too, like I try to feed my mind positive things because there's so much negativity that I know I'm gonna consume throughout the day, especially if I'm online engaging with all these different personalities, right? So I try to wake up and listen to either something motivational, inspirational, or like a pastor. But I just try to be conscious about feeding my spirit, uplifting things, encouraging things. Also, like that's a priority for me.
Before I go to Jada Venus, are you gonna start giving us some like beauty tips and some relaxation, something? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're an expert on those things. Can we expect some of that
You
from
got
you?
hygiene tips for some of these men?
For men,
Actually,
well,
I
I deal with
do.
women all the damn time, but yeah, once I could get, I'm in a little bit of a war right now, but once it's not wartime, I get back to the regular content.
Okay. I hear that.
We get back to the regular content when I get finished dragging people. But anyway,
You war ready. Jada, what's your happy place? What are your activities that, set the tone for you and get you to relax and things like that?
um, Between doing foot spa stuff, baths, um, cooking, planting, listening to good music. Those are my happy moments. Laying on some man's hard chest. Amen.
Shout out to the chubby niggas without a heart.
especially especially if he got cologne, you know what I'm saying? That and he smells good.
Okay. That part. There's something about it. Just the way you can hear his heartbeat. He smells good. If he caresses your head, Lord.
I just need
Amen.
the morning voice. Amen. That's it.
It's the low
Okay.
deep voice for me.
Mm.
Mm.
They don't
Let that
understand me.
sun
They don't
caress the body.
understand.
Nah, we
Like
we
when
know
I
about
Lord.
call
we
you,
know
when I
about
call
playing with them
you at
B2Bs in the
5
back.
a.m., if I know you wake up at 5
Mm.
a.m. and I call you, you better answer that fucking phone.
At 5
Because you
a.m.
don't understand. Yeah, if I know you wake up at 5 a.m. and I call you,
Yeah,
you better answer the phone.
Jalen got a fetish for the morning voice.
She like the morning voice. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
not a
like I
fetish.
like the I'm ready for business voice. The voice gets different, okay? Around certain times. I don't know what be going
That
on,
stern one, the
but the
firm
voice gets
stern.
different.
Ooh.
Okay. Just
So,
saying.
Prime, what about you, man? What do you do to decompress, relax, set the tone for your day?
Relax by myself. I'll be drawing or gaming,
Okay.
something like that along those lines.
Tommy, I know you said yours a little bit, but you said gaming and what else?
Yeah,
How's
I either like the game or like I take the kids to the park. You feel me? Be chilling. Um, that's probably like the only. I mean, oh, I got my motorcycle too. Yeah, for sure. I hit the highway. We out.
Man, look. I can't fuck with them, but I feel you.
Days, man.
Man, I feel you. Truth, what about you, man? What do you do?
Uh, me, Bible, game, uh, watch a movie or a TV show. Uh, like I said, most of the time, be relaxing. I find me a good meal to eat, take a shower, just be chilling, chilling. You know, just be laid back for the most part. That's how I keep my day going and everything like that.
Man, I
And
like.
it's about to get hot and everything. The weather changes, so I'm gonna be out here hooping. So
Oh,
I
you
like
hoop.
laying on my chick too. That's another thing. Like shit, I all day I lay up on her.
You
oh,
can't beat
I mean,
I
yeah,
try to make sure I answer mine by myself. Like if I'm like solo, yeah.
yeah, that's what I was talking about. If I'm with my shorty, yeah, be chilling.
Yeah.
that.
Everything is everything. It's always fun. It's
That's the
always a
ego.
lovely combo. So,
Do any of y'all ever sit in silence?
yeah, I just got finished saying that. I sit in the dark, silent, like nothing on.
I used to love sitting on the porch, some shit like that.
Like my peoples, even my girl, be like, "Why the fuck you sitting in here in a pitch black dark, like in a cave, like you Batman or some shit?" I be love, like I love it. I love the still silent.
Give me
Mm-mm.
too. I like when it's like 4 a.m. and it's so quiet, like so quiet. That's like the best time. I don't know. Like if
Yeah.
you ever just wake up too early, but it's like a different type of silence, it's just
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
best. Like you could really think.
Yep.
Mm.
You know what?
Tell you what.
There is something called the awakening hours,
Mm-hmm.
and I wake up in between 3 and 4. And most of the time, closest to the 4 o'clock, they say that's when the world splits a little bit, or when the spiritual realm splits a bit. But that's the usual time that I wake up. And when I do understand that I am supposed to immediately get to my feet and allow myself to receive the messages. So
Mm-hmm.
that could be a thing for you, Venus.
No, I'm telling you, I meditated one time at like 4 a.m. because I have carpet in my bedroom. And I just laid on the
Mhm.
floor and it was like the most comfortable experience. It was like so peaceful. And it was like, I don't know, it was just so early
I could believe.
and like quiet. It just felt like like I was in a different place.
And certain times of the year, I'll get up and go outside in bare feet and just walk across the ground, grounding myself. That's what it's called. It's called grounding.
I like walking. That's my thing. I like walking, and I like waterfronts. There's something about walking, man. It's just like, especially when you don't have anywhere specific to be at any given time. You can just take your time. Yeah, I just like walking. I don't know what that's
I
what
do
you.
the people watching too.
Yeah.
Like I just sit on like a park and just watch people go by and shit. I don't know, that should be calming. Like just cause it kind of like for me, just because of the way I think, it kind of I don't know if you say like humbles you, but it kind of you realize how big this world is. Like this motherfucker just walked past me, and it's a chance that not another day in my life I'll ever see this motherfucker again. And they gonna like it's just weird. My brain just be going to different places with shit.
Mm.
It's funny. I was just
Hmm.
walking a few days
Facts.
ago, and I had that thought. I'm like, damn. It's. I just felt small in a big world, like walking through this park. It's funny. It's funny you said that.
The ocean makes me feel like that. You ever went and just woke up to the ocean and just realized, like, damn, this shit goes so far, I can't even see the end of it.
Hmm.
Well, like so when I went in the military and I went over to that's why I tell people like that traveling shit, it hits you different. So like when I went to Spain, I came across the globe and then I kind of like it kind of like when I saw how far I was away from the crib, it kind of just put me like, damn, that's crazy. And then this is the crazy part when you go overseas is like my first bit of shock was like when I went to the East Coast because everything on the West Coast is new, right? So you go to the East Coast, you see brick buildings, you like the fuck, like this should look old as fuck. Then like you go to the South and then you see like shit that's been up for like since like the fucking 1600s and shit. You like, damn, that's crazy. But then you go overseas and you seeing shit like the Coliseum, and now you talking about BCs and shit, and that shit like, so when you go see like the Coliseum or you go see the Acropolis, that's when you really kind of get humbled and go, God, like this shit been here for like thousands of years and it's just still standing. Like you just a blip in this motherfucker. So it's just like different shit that kind of trigger different thoughts and shit when you go through shit.
Now, you know what? I tend to like, I like looking out at the water. I also like looking at nature and stuff. Sometimes seeing, or I shouldn't call them rodents, squirrels and, the cats, dogs, I like to see them play or just do, little random stuff. I like to see the trees sway. But I also like being in the sky. So anybody ever like skydive, parasail, you kind of like up high and you're looking out, you know what I'm saying? It gives you, for me, that's when I get the most humbling feeling.
I have no idea what you're saying. Hell no.
Count
My
me out.
dad invited me. I said, I'll watch you like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't
Nobody
ever go
else has
to the
been like
sky.
skydiving, no parasailing?
Hell no.
Never in
I don't
life.
even like heights.
My
Nope.
dad jumped off the what's that shit in Vegas? I don't know if they still do it. The Stratosphere.
Sorry.
I said, nigga, you out your motherfucking mind.
Hey, Tommy B, don't you feel like you done lived enough? You don't your life been a roller coaster.
Man,
this
nigga,
whole
I done
time?
ducked bullets. I'm good. Like that was enough
After I
of a
had my
rush.
first daughter, it was no more of that shit. I used to say that before. I don't even want to hit roller coaster rides like that no more. Like all that shit.
Oh, wow.
Man, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I don't like high places. I don't like that shit.
I even seen that slide in Chicago, Sean, where it's like made out of glass in one of them buildings.
Yeah.
And you slide down with the carpet. I was like, oh hell no.
Never in life.
Fuck no.
As soon as I can get over my PTSD from my accident, I am getting back in the sky. I like it.
Hey, send me pictures.
You can get the experience through there, huh?
Yeah, send the video.
All I need.
I did underwater like for about 1,000 feet. I did opposite. I ain't doing heights.
I ain't going up or down.
And I just realized, damn, TB, yeah, you definitely got that shit bad. I just thought about that shit because TB a soldier.
Oh hell no, nigga! Don't get it fucked up, nigga. I ain't see no action, nigga. I went to the Navy for a reason, nigga. We was on there chilling. Went overseas for vacation, nigga. Don't get it fucked. Listen, what I'm not about to do is lie to you.
Yeah, we both.
Oh yeah, see, at least he honest. At least he honest.
Nah, nigga.
Yeah,
my two options was Air Force and Navy, nigga. I ducked enough bullets, nigga. Where can I go? Rocket shield.
Listen,
I got another question. This is my last question. I want Sean to answer first. Can you answer, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
But the question for everybody: how many first of all, do you enter into relationships with the mentality that I'm here to serve? Do you do that?
No.
Okay.
I've never done that.
Anybody else want to answer?
Yeah.
Sorry, could you repeat that for me?
For me, it wasn't. For me, it's not initially. You know what I'm saying? But knowing how relationships are and what it takes to succeed, that goal that you want, whatever, yeah, that's what you got to dive into.
Yeah, for me, Venus, but it's not so much of going into a relationship. I'm just like that anyway. I'm just innately a server and a giver.
Yeah, exactly. Like I tell people all the time, like, and this conversation I have with women, I'm like, on my first date with you, when I take you out, I'm technically ready to put my life on the line for you, because if I take you out of your house, that's my responsibility to get you back there.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So
you know that going out.
Yeah, you go with me, like that responsibility is off top. So with that mind state, I guess I would have to say yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jalen, the question was, do you enter into relationships like with the mentality that I'm here to, it could be friendships, business relationships, whatever?
Yeah, that's why I said I'm just innately that way. So all my relationships.
I heard you. I was clarifying for Jalen. She didn't hear
Oh,
you.
my fault. My fault.
Yeah, I do. Um, being at service for people is how I show love and care for people. So that's just naturally how I am. So I kind of have that mindset embedded in me. So I'll always find something to do for someone to show my love.
Jada.
She ducking that smoke because she don't be serving nobody.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm the only one who don't do it.
Selfish.
No, more than likely, Sean, you're not the only one. A lot of
That's
people
why I
just,
chose him
they're
first.
not,
Let
they're
me
just not
ask him
honest.
first because I
They're
know the
not gonna be
answer.
honest about it like that.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
it's like I said, for me, that's how I actually like. That's how I get. Like, you know how most people, they love to receive gifts. If you're like that, then just be honest about it. For me, I just have always been a person that I don't really love gifts. Like, my shorty brought me something on brought me a couple gifts on my birthday and everything, just brought a whole bunch of shit, and I'm not used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very thankful because this shit was like, what's the name? But I'm used to be the one that giving somebody and shit like that. So like, I haven't celebrated my birthday like really like this year in a long ass fucking time.
Yeah,
You see
I
what I'm
got
saying?
I got to be honest. I'm not as intentional as I should be. I've never been like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of fall into situations a lot of times. That's why when people be up here on YouTube acting like everybody is intentional, I'm like, motherfuckers be falling into shit. Yeah, I'm sure some people are intentional.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? You just, you know what I'm saying, stumble into some pussy, and before you know it, you in that same pussy forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah, that's how it usually happen.
yeah.
That's how it usually
So,
happen.
so I was asking because that's something I had to learn. So I mean, I agree. Most of the time, nobody's unless you are intentional, you're not thinking about that. But what I found was like if you're not thinking that way, then 9 times out of 10, you're kind of going to be the selfish one in the
Correct.
situation by default, right? Because you're just not. You're only thinking about yourself most of the time.
I
Yeah.
had to take a break from. I had to stop the whole live dating and yeah, just yeah, having my rotations and shit. I had to completely stop that and start focusing on intentionally dating like that in order for it to work out.
Yep.
But this is why it's a good thing. Well, from my experience, right? Um, the more value you add to someone, the harder you are to replace. So
Mm-hmm.
not like even if y'all separate or whatever, it's gonna be very hard to follow you up because you just added so much value in that relationship, right? Or like the more value you add, people kind of want you there because you're
Mm-hmm.
valuable, as opposed to like the one taking all the time. And you
Correct.
kind of become that person that is kind of sound petty, but like if I separate from you, you take a bigger L than me because I add so much here.
Mm-hmm. Like, and see, the one thing that usually, like in most of my relationships, even when they end, the person will always circle back. You see what I'm saying? Because like, I'm really a solid dude, and I love hard and I give. I get if I'm in something, I don't do shit halfway. I do that shit at 100.
What does that mean? People always say, "I love hard." What the hell? How do you love soft? What is love
So
hard?
love hard, basically is so you know how Prom described when like when a woman is like extra nice and loving and everything like that. Like how he say he's not used to that. It took him a while to get used to that. Believe it or not, a lot of women say they want a loving man and everything, but a lot of people aren't used to being loved like that. They're not. It can be very intense. Like how they like people they all like I think it was either you or Jalen said it. People always sell you a story. I want this, I want that, and then when they actually get it, it's so fucking foreign to them. It can actually scare the shit out you. it can be really intense when you actually like if you've never been loved by somebody and you're getting it, like somebody actually is there. They actually are available when you need them. You know what I'm saying? You could pick up the call and call. They like, yo, you can pick up the call, call me anytime you need me, and you actually pick up
Or
the
even
call
worse, you
anytime.
don't believe it. You know,
Yeah,
you don't
they be
even
like,
believe
what the
it.
fuck? Like this person's actually like there. So a lot of times people will then start looking at themselves and start seeing that where they lack and how they're not keeping up to what they said they're going to be and things like that. And then a lot of times can do what's called self-sabotage in a relationship because they're it's upsetting a lot of times if so like let's say I'm giving my all and let's say you start to realize like how you say selfish. Like damn, I didn't know I'm selfish. I'm always taking from this person. They're always available, but then when they need me, I'm not there. It'll start making you start seeing a lot of your flaws. So it can be difficult where somebody's used to a man cheating on them, a man doing all this type of shit, but you don't have to worry about that shit with me. So it can be different. It's like you're gonna be like, yo, okay, well when this nigga gonna do some stupid ass shit or fuck up? Like he gotta be doing something. So it'd be stuff like that. And a lot of times the relationship spoil from that, and then yeah, I either leave or some shit. And what happens is they try to circle back because they go mess with a couple dudes, and then they try to circle back and be like, nah, I can't. So, yeah.
God damn, y'all gave me some good things to think about. Shit, got me over
Are
here.
you ready to get back married, Sean? Have you thought about it?
Yeah. I have for sure.
Okay.
I have. Yeah, I have. I'm working in that direction, but
Have you met some real good ones before? And that was fine as fuck too and shit.
absolutely, I've.
Okay.
I've fumbled lots of situations. Um, yeah, I fumbled lots of situations, man. Like with good chicks, I just, you know how it is. Like, man, like I tried to explain to one of my exes, nothing she could have done could have made her more perfect at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I was just on demon time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I've always, unfortunately, had a lot of, dope chicks. For me, it's just a matter of trying not to fuck these situations up by being
Mm-hmm.
who I've always been in terms of, exercising options. Like this is the
Yeah.
first time in my life when I'm not, what I'm saying, like out here crazy with my penis. You know what I'm
It's definitely best to have space apart from that because you can't just flip it like a switch, bro. Because
Yeah, that's what
you
I was
don't
about
keep
to
doing the
say.
same habits. You're gonna keep looking at women the same. You're gonna keep like why you in that relationship if you don't take that little time apart.
Nigga, I had to take it was like 3 years and a couple of months. Like I wasn't talking to no woman just to filter all that shit out.
Yeah.
All of it. Like it was horrible, man. It was horrible. I had to flush all that shit out. Just the constant chasing, the constant switching up, the constant talking.
It's playing the
It
game.
becomes very addictive, bro. Very, very addictive.
Yeah, it does. I'm telling you, I remember my moment. It was 2 years ago in March, and it was just like I had sex with some married chick that I didn't even know,
Damn.
and I couldn't even point her out today. Like just met her at a bar, and you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, whatever the case may be. And I would not know her if she walked in front of me today. And at that point, I'm just like, yeah, I've done this long enough. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you know, I've been chilling since then. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to focus on one vagina for
That's a fact.
the first time ever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
but the challenge for me is I'm so used to like exercising options that I've historically had one foot out the door all the time.
Hmm.
So that's my it's always an ongoing challenge for me, like not having one foot out the door. Like, oh, fuck it. When I say you blink too loud, I'll be dead serious. That's how it feels to be like, oh, motherfucker, you blinked again. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
So Sean, do you think like what helped me
Oh, that's
was
funny.
I had to realize, or Jada back, I had to realize that I had a lot of trauma and a lot of abandonment issues,
Mhm.
especially dealing with my mom. And, where I was compensating for the lack of love that I felt from her because she was working all the time. And I used women basically to compensate for that love.
Mhm.
I provided them with sex and everything like that, and they provided me, with that closeness of, they holding me and things like that and stuff like that, just being laid up with them and everything, and then I would need that fixed all over again. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it constantly kept going and going and going, and again, it producing, addiction to promiscuity, just changing up and just, hungering for, the next, basically the next female, what she was going to provide, whether it's cooking, just, talking, and then later on, it was more than that, it'd be sex. Be just the same perpetual habit, just the rotation, the rotation, rotation. And once I got my mind clear, that promiscuity went away once I dealt with, the abandonment issues, talked to my mom, all that type of stuff. It actually went away. And then I was able to concentrate and just dwell on what I really wanted, which was just one woman.
Mhm.
That's all I really wanted. I was just trying to figure out how to get one woman, and like you said, not be ready to just know that this is not going to work with them, and then there's no abandonment. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Be able to, I don't like to say the word trust, but that believe in a person that they were going to be who they say they are. A lot of people say, yo, I'm in it,
Mhm.
and then they don't really be in it.
That's so fucking true, man. Man, man, that's true. Lord, ladies, do y'all struggle with things like this at any point? Have y'all struggled with that, like having one foot out the door, knowing that you have options and things like that, and being in a relationship but not necessarily being in a relationship, or yeah, that type of thing.
Go ahead, LaRue. I see you jumping off. Go ahead.
Because
Yeah,
I thought Jalen was about to say something, so that's why I
yeah.
put it back on. Didn't
No,
know
I,
if she
I
put
Like
it on,
definitely
so I
want to
took
you
it
hear
was
off.
from
playing
you.
double dutch with the
We want to
button.
hear from you.
Like you was playing double dutch with the button. That's funny.
Uh-huh.
No, why you gotta be like that, Truth? Um, so no, I've never had like one foot in, one foot out, because of options or anything like that. I've never had that. Um, when I'm with a guy, I'm with him. I don't be thinking about anybody else or anything.
Hmm.
Um, actually, I'm not thinking about anybody else even before we got in that relationship. So he's good. If I leave a guy, it's based on that guy. It's something he did.
Hmm.
So,
Mm, that makes sense. Damn, let me
and
think.
I even give chances. If people mess up, situations happen, upbringings
Would you
happen.
leave him if the sex not good enough?
Very good question.
You could teach a willing man to do anything.
Okay.
Nah, what if it ain't?
Just saying. You say what?
What if it's not gonna work?
I dealt with a man who had ED, so I think I think I can actually deal with some stuff. Sex is
That
not the height of things. Love it, but it's not like the height of a man. So
that laugh was funny though.
It was like permanent. It was permanently disabled.
not I don't know if that's considered permanently. I mean, it gets up randomly, it just has issues. So
That is hilarious. Man, look, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Yeah, I just, felt like I needed to go live today. trying to get my last like 60 something watch hours and shit. So
Oh, is that what it is? You use this for your watch hours?
I did. I said it in the beginning. You just missed it.
Oh, dang.
You know what I'm saying? I said it. You know what I'm saying? You was late to the party.
I was. I gotta check it from the beginning. I'm pretty sure, it's your show, so there's some substance to it. I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So going forward, like I just working my way towards different types of content, in person content, more interviews and things like that with people. I, my goal was to you know get to monetization, get to the point where I'm more comfortable and things like that, without reaching out to people I know in real life. I'm really sensitive about my network, and I try not to abuse my proximity to dope people. So I
Hmm.
really want to bring on people that are beneficial to everybody. As I stated before, my the pitch deck. I want to start that. I think I scheduled it for sometime in May in the next 3 weeks. So I want to
Okay.
see if we can help people. Want to see if we can help people. At least with some type of seed funding for their business ideas. So I just want to. I don't want to just sit around arguing all day. I don't want to sit around calling women bitches and hoes and calling niggas bandits and shit all day. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is dope. It's entertaining. I get that, but you know what I'm saying? There's got
It
to be a
is not dope.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, people love it. People tune in for it, so I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I ain't here to
It
just
never sustains though. That's the thing about it.
right. I just want to
Say
offer a
that
little
again.
bit of
Oh,
diversity. You say what? You say what, Prime?
I said it never sustains.
Yeah,
Like if you do it and then if you don't constantly keep doing it over and over, it don't amount to nothing.
yeah, and that's my issue too. Like, I just don't want to get stuck in that cycle of just having to, what I'm saying, have beef and have drama and all that because I don't do that in real life. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
I
that.
hear that.
You know what I'm saying? I want to have fun conversations. I want to create fun content. I want to have a dating show, a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm trying not to do
Wait a
panels
minute. Did you say a
on
dating show?
camera.
Yeah, dating show for sure. For the love of
I want to
Granville.
have a dating show
For the love of Granville.
for
Oh
the love
God.
of Granville. That's dope.
Yeah, yes, Grand.
I want to have a dating show because y'all complain too much. And I'm
Really?
not saying men. I'm not saying men. I'm saying people. Y'all complain too much. And
It's
so
gonna
I'm
be
like,
It'll
man, I'm
kind
like,
of
it
be
would be
So
dope if
nice.
we do
complain.
it live. And like
Oh, I
actually
didn't hear you.
everybody at the
You
spot.
said complain.
wait. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
dating show where people can compete for your love. Is that what it is?
No, it's just a place where, like I can have people apply and tell me the type of people that they're looking for. And
Hmm.
then I just match them with the type of people that they're asking for, vice versa. Like you like them, but they must also like the type of person that you are too. And then
Hmm.
I just give that lady a panel of
Yeah,
3 men that
yeah.
are like that, or a man with a panel of 3 women that are like that. And may the best person win.
So we got three people up here trying to do the same thing. So
Well, he
Jay,
said the love of Granville. Who else trying to do something? Who else want a
uh,
dating
I
show?
said make it a
I got,
live
I got
show
something
so that way
coming
that
a
they
little
find
while.
people in person.
I got something in the making, but not. It's not going to be no time soon. But it's going to be a little bit more extensive. It's not going to be like the Kendra G and stuff like that. It's going to be
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah, I want to do in person shit.
Yeah,
Most
that's
Yeah.
what I said
Mm.
there, yo. That'll be dope. And if it's live, so
Mm-hmm.
it'll be genuine. They can see our fuck ups, but it'll be funny, you know what I mean?
absolutely,
I feel
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, I mean, because
I would like to do that though, for real, because I know people, and even when y'all say stuff, like maybe an hour ago, you know how people say what it is they want, but they don't really be wanting that. So that
Correct.
can also be a dynamic of the show. But I really do. I'm a lover, so I love people that are in love and that are trying to find love and all that other stuff. So I would like to help people do that. I just never decided to do it because I was like, well, I guess if you got to be one of those type of people, you're supposed to be in love, right?
Mhm.
Supposed to
Mhm.
have like a whole relationship, marriage, something like that.
Really?
That's what they say.
I mean, shit. I don't know
You
if
said
Kendrick
when,
B has that. Like, does she?
you
Like,
said when you in love. What you say?
Yeah, they say you gotta, you gotta have someone that you're loving on. You gotta be in a relationship. You gotta be married in order for you to be trying to help other people find what you got. I'm just like,
Oh,
man, do I
I
gotta
mean,
be?
I mean, so usually, I mean, and this is just a part of life. Usually, we go to the people that actually have success and know what they're doing. That's
But
usually.
here's the thing, I'm not teaching people
I
about
don't think
love
that's
or teaching
you.
people how to find people. I'm just putting people together who
No,
profiles
no,
have
follow
a
me.
compatibility. You get what
No,
I'm saying?
yeah, I'm no, I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just talking about what we normally do.
mhm.
Like that.
Okay.
That's just us as humans. Like if like you hear when people give their accolades and their credentials, then usually people tend to think they are the more smart and intelligent person. When people that actually have intellect understand that just because you have a man-made paper that have your signature on it does
Mhm.
not mean you actually have high IQ or intellectual. Like people that are actually smart, they understand that most of those degrees and everything came from you retaining information and know how to place information that you read onto informations, dealing with concepts and things like that. Just means you know how to transfer some information very well. Taking tests, stuff like that, retaining information, things like that. Usually, intelligence IQ deal with, you know, more importantly, common sense. And a lot of people I realize don't have common sense,
Mhm.
and then being able to make sound decision making. That's what a lot of us don't know how to do, which is like, problem solving and being knowing the difference between being proactive and reactive.
Damn. Hold on. You just said common sense, but fail at decision making. Like they have good common sense, but fail at decision making.
No, I said common sense is not so common. Like you, common sense, you would think it, but it's not
Oh.
common. Like a lot of people, you'd be like, yo, why the fuck did you do that?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
You
so
see
that's
what I'm
basically what
saying?
I was kind of saying. Like I
Yeah.
said, all right. I didn't think
Nah, that
about that.
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes great sense.
I would love to hook Sean, try to link Sean up with somebody.
Oh no, no.
Sean got somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you already good?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
how's that going out? How's that working?
it's good. You know, me getting on her nerves and shit like that. The usual.
Oh, all right, all right. Have
Me
you
being
got
Oh, that sounds like love.
Have you got the itch? Have you got the itch to step out, or you good? You've been holding that down.
oh no, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. It's the longest
Good.
point in my life. It's been shit. It's been shit. I ain't seen another vagina in over 2 years.
And you've
I ain't
been with
never
this woman for
had,
2 years?
huh?
You've been with her for 2 years too?
Not like a year and a half, something like that. But I
Oh,
ain't.
that's a blessing. Okay.
Yeah, but we
You're
both talking
moving in
about the
the
marriage.
right direction.
That was like two Marches ago. So I ain't seen another vagina since then. You know what I'm saying? First time in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, that's
I'm.
dope.
Dang, he over there about to sweat. Look at him.
Yeah, that's no,
He all
that's
Oh,
right over
you
hey
know
Jada.
what? I'm
Hey Jada.
to be honest, it's been easy though. Like to be honest, before I met her, I was just on that type of time. Like, man, let me just be cool. Just it was on some me shit. So I think when you do things for yourself and don't do them for other people, I think it's more sustainable. It's
How
not
long before you met her? Between okay, so
four
how long?
months.
It was 4 months in between the last one to her.
Yeah, yep, 4 months. Yep.
Was okay. So now was and initially was the transition hard? Like, hold on, like I'm in this and then I'm not stepping up. You fell right into it.
Yeah, yep. But you know what? I'm like that. Like when since I had these surgeries, like they told me I couldn't. Basically, I can't drink or like smoke hookah, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like not that I did it a lot anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do none of that. But like in college, I didn't drink for 4 years, so I don't. I can quit things cold turkey very easily. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
Not a real big
Oh, so
thing.
you're not even drinking no more?
I ain't had a drink since December.
Oh, damn. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
nigga,
dope.
all that blood that was coming out of my body, nigga, I don't want that shit to happen again.
Yeah, that
I hear that.
and see that alcohol lawyer inhibition, so that's good.
Yeah, that shit thinning my blood, so it makes it more
They
likely.
say they say like a shot, a drink a day. People live longer.
It's wine.
Mhm.
It's
We gotta just have a
wine
little
is
balance
good for
with
you,
it.
brother. Wine, not
I ain't
alcohol,
saying
not the
drink every day
spirits.
now.
Not the spirits. Wine is good for you every day. A glass of wine.
It's still a certain amount of alcohol, but yeah,
That's not. That's
it don't
yeah.
matter what
Grapes
and
is
what it come,
natural
what form
alcohol.
it
Yeah,
is.
there's natural alcohol in it. You
Man,
talk about
True
wine,
that.
not the
It's that
spirits.
thinning. It's that thinning of the blood once a day, whatever.
Not the
That's what
spirits.
it is.
But that's dope. That's dope.
yeah, nah, that shit has been interesting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you realize, like, you know what's crazy? When we're younger, we socialize around a whole lot of things, like our activities or whatever the case may be. But as you get older, it's crazy how we socialize around food, liquor, and, whatever you consider a drug. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yep.
crazy when you think about it like that.
Yeah, like whipped cream and cantaloupe and stuff.
Yeah, we got all our vices. Everybody got their vices.
Yeah. Remember, we used to just get together to go outside and play, or, you know what I'm saying? Just to play video games, have tournaments and shit like that. But then it
Yep.
became like,
That
nigga,
shit
let's go
turn
out.
to smokeouts.
Yeah, smokeouts, drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Parties. It was fun.
So do you see
You
this?
know,
So how
I don't regret it.
do you see this going to, like, you tying a knot, or it's just like you just chill, you just like chilling?
yeah, I don't know. I know right now I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I like everything to be organic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Everything to be organic. That's why I say, like, I'm not. I hadn't been the most intentional person in the world with certain things. You know what I'm saying? But then too, I do feel like some things feel too contrived, and I think when things are organic, it feels to me like it's realer, or it's
Mm.
more long lasting. So I could be wrong about that, but that's just how I think about it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. I just yeah, for me, I was like that, and I came into where I've been moving with purpose. Like anything that I do, there has to be to a means to an end.
Hmm.
So no, but I totally understand what you're saying. Like you're going with the feel of it. If it feels right, then yeah, I'm all ready to. I will be there when the feelings right. Feelings there. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
absolutely. Then it'd be a lot of things to consider in these situations too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm considering a whole lot of things. And you know what's crazy though? I think, truth, you've been divorced. Anybody else up here been divorced? I'm not
Nope.
sure if anyone else. Yeah,
Jada.
I
I said
think
no.
Oh,
I think going through a divorce, it definitely gives you cause for pause, because you can see when you go through a
yeah,
divorce, like, man, like sometimes them claws come out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it can give you cause for pause. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that like people don't understand, like when they, it's a common thing going around, but when you go through it, I have never felt pain like that in my life, bro.
Man.
And I've been shot and everything, so I'm trying to tell you, it is a disheartening thing when for me, when I make a commitment to something, like I try to see it through. You feel
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And when it don't work, I don't like failing.
Hmm. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? I don't like failing and then just trying to regroup, and then, like you said, to try to even think about getting married again. Like when certain people, like people is the craziest variable, because that's something you can't control. You can't
Hmm.
control another person.
That
So
is the facts of life.
so that's you really saying, like, you know Like, yo, I love you, and if we're doing this, I'm hoping this is what you want. This is because I'm in it. So if you ain't in it, like just be real about it. Don't force it. If you ain't in it, I understand. It's okay.
I say at our ages too, get somebody who's been in like real long term relationships,
Mhm.
like a 5-8 year. Even if your ass ain't even been in one, for real.
And I am not being with nobody 5 and 6 years
Yeah,
and we not married.
yeah,
That's a
I,
guarantee.
yeah. I'm about to tie the knot in a couple months, shorty. So I can't do
You have to
it.
You have to
I
go
hear
out,
that.
man.
I guess I'm the only one who sees that differently. Okay.
How do you see
I
it?
mean, it's okay. Everybody got a preference. That's why I keep saying I was on
Yeah,
a panel with
everybody
some
different.
people like last week sometime, and they were complaining. And I'm like, ladies, listen, because it was one young lady who, she didn't want to be married. And I'm like, that is her preference. I don't get it. We don't pile down on men who don't want to be married. We tell them we understand all of their different reasons, but a woman can tell you that she doesn't want to be married, and it got to be something ultimately wrong with her. She was
Yeah.
hurt before. She's not thinking clearly. She's not a good woman. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, no, it's just her preference. Everybody has a preference.
Yeah, I mean, in some cases it's true. It's just how when certain things is not common. Usually, most we hear that most women want to be married, but then there's certain circumstances that come up where they lose that type of they don't want it no more because they don't want the things that come with it. And believe it or not, Jada, a lot more women are saying now they don't because they don't want the responsibility of having to take care of another person. They don't want the responsibility of having to give so much. They starting to understand that marriage is not a joke. It's like you're really saying that, hey, I'm living for the other person, and that's how it's supposed to be. I went into my last 4 relationships understanding that I'm here to give them myself, not looking for what I can take. And it just so happens this relationship I am, it has been reciprocal. The last 3 hasn't.
I mean, it was.
I'm gonna say I
I
think
don't
that could
think
be
it's
anybody.
that
I
they
don't think it's
found a new.
go ahead, Jay.
I don't think it's about women finding a new understanding about them not wanting to be married. I think it's just the topic isn't taboo to talk about in public anymore.
No, I'm
Same
talking
with
about what I heard. They like this is from talking to a lot of women. They saying they don't want the responsibility of taking care of a man no more.
right. I get that, but what I'm saying is women. That's not new. It's just they feel more comfortable talking about it publicly or just
Yeah,
talking about it with people at all. Same with
Yeah, they
the
just feel
desires
comfortable
of
just like
wanting
men were feeling
children.
comfortable. That's all.
Same with the desires of wanting children or being a mother. A lot of mothers now are more comfortable speaking, saying, I really don't like my children. Like, if I had a choice, I don't want to be a mother for real. There are some
yeah.
mothers who are giving the children to the dad, like, hey, I really don't want to do this. You want
And I
it?
think that's a great. And
Yeah, I'm
believe it or not,
advocating for
I
some of that
think
stuff.
I think that's a great idea. I've been saying that for the longest. We need to
Yeah, but
make
that's
it
probably in
easy,
benefit to what you want, though.
huh?
That's probably in benefit to what you want, though.
What do you mean by that?
Most men who say that they would prefer that women gave their children is because they have a self-interest in it. I don't run into a lot of
Elaborate.
guys who you say what?
Elaborate a little bit more. You said a self-interest.
Self-interest, like you want your kids. That's usually what it comes down to. The guys who are for that are the ones who want their kids. It's
Oh yeah,
not like
yeah, yeah.
guys who may not have kids or guys who, they not dealing with the situation. They not thinking about that sort of thing. And so when you ask them, that's not something that their answer is. But it is for some of the guys who actually want their kids.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And that's another thing that I had conversations with people about is again, it's all about understanding who you are. Like Jada said, some women are coming out saying, "Hey, I really don't want my kids and everything," and they're actually being honest. And what I had to explain to other women is that the way I am, a lot of guys aren't, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's everybody is different. Not everybody is different, but to it takes a certain type of a person to actually want to be around something that is going to bother you cons- consecutively and consistently. You see what I'm saying? I have what's called a affinity for children. I'm still a child at heart. You see what I'm saying? That's why I love actually being around my children. For me, it's like the greatest things out of my day when I can spend time with my children and stuff. Lately, because they're older now, they have became a lot more busy. Just like when I was a teenager, I was doing all types of shit, and so now I have to actually schedule because they hanging out with their homeboys, homegirls, stuff like that. They're going to parties, they're working, they're especially this year, college tours, all that type of stuff. So now I'm having to schedule time with them, like, hey, we're chilling, like, hey, what's going on? You promise this? Oh no, that I got you and everything like that and stuff like that. So just getting used to that. That my child, about to go to college, and getting used to that, not having, I can remember when I couldn't even get them off my goddamn leg when going out the door. They used to fall out on the floor like somebody killing them or something. And now it's like, I'm having to schedule time. And I know what Sean know what I'm talking about because your daughter's still in college, right, bro? Yeah, so it's just the transition of getting used to that type of stuff.
Mm.
My bad, y'all. My baby is she's a junior in high school. Yeah,
A
she don't.
junior high school?
Yeah, so we almost at that
One more
point.
year.
Yeah,
Whoa,
one
whoa.
goddamn year. So
My daughter's graduating, thank God.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I'm still in
I am
elementary
so excited.
school.
She just had her ceremony with the AKA teens, and she got her cords from that, so she's excited to wear that on the stage when she graduates. Um, and that'll be fun. I'm just ready for her to go ahead and start, and then I'll feel good. I know some people were asking me, some of my um classmates, we all had children around the same time.
mhm.
Some of them more earlier, some of them, had some again later, but some of us have kids that all graduate this year, and they want to all throw a big party. Like they can have their singular ones, but they all want to throw a big party. And I'm like, I'm not letting my daughter go. I want to make sure she make it through the door for college. I'm not letting her go out hanging and stuff. Y'all crazy.
I feel you on that.
I get tired every year of hearing incidents where there's drunk driving issues, and it's not even the person who ended up passing
Hmm.
that was, drunk driving, but because of a drunk driver hitting their car or whatever the case may be, they get taken from this world, or incident happens at these parties and then somebody gets popped, and it'd be like promising student passed away due to whatever little situation that they were not involved in or were not drunk, yada yada yada. I'd be like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yep, I'm like that with
My
my.
daughter gonna make it through the door. We have that way too often in Detroit.
Yep, I totally feel you on that.
Like
I mean,
speed racing accident gone wrong. Like, oh my goodness.
yeah, that's yep, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just protective like that with my baby. I ain't gonna lie. If
Hmm.
I had a boy, maybe I'd be different. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know. But
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty protective of all my nephews when they were coming up. So I don't know. But like some people say, sometimes it takes it to be your own, but I raised a lot of them like they were my own coming up. So I was more so the parent than some of my siblings. So it just seems different. But not that they were irresponsible. It's just I had more time to give so that my sisters, because they're older than me, so that they can, complete their degrees or, work and get advancements or whatever. So stuff like that. But yeah, I'm protective of my nephew right now. He graduates this year as well. And he wanted to go some places. Shame on me. He did turn 18 in December.
Mhm.
I'm like, nah, nephew. I don't know what you think you're doing, but we got to make sure you walk through a college door.
That's real.
I don't have time for you to be that one on the news. You're like, oh, auntie, you overprotective. But no, I'm protective.
Right.
I'm not overprotective. I'm just protective. You see what the stories are. I had a friend who just lost his son. Has it been 3 weeks yet? And his birthday is actually today. My friend's birthday is actually today. And he don't have his son to celebrate it with him. But, like he just lost him I think it's been 3 weeks now. If it ain't 3, it's 2.
That's sad.
And that is so sad. Him and my daughter went to school together, and I was like, ooh. I was like, this is a lot. So, yeah, nah. Safeguard. So then let me ask you this, Mr. Sean Antonio, is your daughter dating?
A little bit. She kind of has a little bit, a little bit. But, we trying to, curtail that as much as possible. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
wait, does she have a boyfriend or dating?
She had one for a little while, but I don't think she currently has one. But she had one for a little while, and I don't know what happened. She got some little boys she likes, but you know, I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I just want to make sure she ain't dating no dickheads. You know what I'm saying? Ever.
I hear that.
I'm
So
kind
would you choose her having a boyfriend or a bear?
of definitely a bear. Definitely a bear.
That's
no,
funny.
no dad wants to think about his, you know what I'm saying, these little boys messing with his daughter. You know what I'm saying? No, man.
That is funny. It's funny to hear y'all guys say that y'all would rather choose the bear.
Absolutely. Salute to truth. Salute to all y'all for coming through. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely
Oh, shout
appreciate it.
out to you.
Yeah.
No
So
doubt,
the
no doubt, bro.
next stream is going to be more fun. So,
Okay.
This was fun to me. I don't know what
Yeah,
you're
it was
talking
pretty
about.
good.
it was, it's some, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like no super happy type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in that
Oh, okay.
necessary mood. You know what I'm saying? But next time it'll be more energetic and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah, I
know?
kept having to answer my calls and stuff. I'm coming off of the women's conference and stuff. And so I got different calls because I run a lot of the different stuff that go on, the filming, the editing, the website stuff and all of that. So
Damn, that's
people are calling because they got certain requests and different stuff before I leave to go out of town. I was supposed to leave today, but I'm gonna leave in the morning. So
people always got some damn requests.
don't they?
Yeah.
It's like, look, are you paying for these requests? It's some of the requests that are so funny. Like 2 of them, it's because they don't like their belly out in some of the photos. Like you can see the fupa hanging real low. They like, can you edit that? I just saw that online. You mind editing that? Yes, I do. You paying? You paying? If you paying, I'll edit.
They
You ain't
definitely,
paying, then no.
definitely. Yeah, I
You know what I'm
realize
saying?
how fickle kids are, you know, dealing with these Jack and Jill kids. They're very fickle.
Oh, I love the Jack and Jill kids though.
Yeah, they're cool kids, but they're definitely particular.
Oh,
Very,
definitely.
very. So
That's a definite. And so are the parents. But
oh, absolutely, absolutely. That is a whole nother topic. Lord,
ain't it?
I'm telling you.
Told you dealing with these AKA teens, man. I was like, Then met the parents, and I'm like, even more interesting. Okay,
Yep.
no biggie.
Absolutely.
And ain't that bad. They pretty cool, but just dealing with
Yeah.
different characters.
Yeah. The dads are cool. The moms are.
The dads are always cool, aren't they?
Yep.
It's the
Absolutely.
mothers.
Yes, because
The mothers.
we're being forced to be there most of the time. So,
There's nothing wrong with forcing y'all. A daughter needs to see her dad, so in these sort of atmospheres,
no,
it
absolutely.
shows your approval of her advancement as a woman, um as a contribution to society in a positive way. So
That's true.
it's important for daughters to see their fathers doing those things.
I cannot argue with that.
Mm.
I
Okay, well, I
appreciate
know you want to shut the show down. Oh, what'd you say?
appreciate you coming through. I think y'all gave me some good things to think about for the night. For the night.
Cool, cool. Where are you at, by the way? Or
Office.
well, you don't have to say exactly, but I mean,
Yes.
where are you?
Office space.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I'm just out in the common area. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
Just, yeah. Yeah. But I will invite you to the next one. Hopefully, you're gonna be on camera next time. So,
You know what? When
yeah.
I get down to oh, I ain't gonna say where I'm going. When I get to where I'm going, I will most likely have my camera on a lot.
Great.
Now I have it on a lot because I won't be around anybody that might walk behind me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, depending on where I am in the house, my daughter walks behind me, but I will have to have on clothes. So
Right. That's important.
yeah, I'll be confined to have on clothes where I'm going. So
Right. No, that's very important.
unfortunately, but fortunately.
That's fine.
I for real,
Uh,
because people come to the door too often. I'm going down south. So if you know about the true deep south, people will come knock on your door, and
yeah,
especially when they know you in town, they don't call, they just come and knock on your door.
just come and knock. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I have to have my clothes on at all times. The windows are always, the blinds are always open. And
They,
if you don't answer the door, people will look through your window.
that is funny but true.
Okay, so but if I'm at home and part of my work day is over for the most part, and I drop these things down and I'll be relaxed.
That's what I'm
So
talking
I
about.
can't turn on the camera when I'm doing that.
Definitely shouldn't because these niggas they be following you around the internet even more.
Okay, I'm trying to keep that down. So to a minimum, to a minimum. But go ahead. I don't want to, keep you on the show, feel you're obligated to have to. But I enjoy conversations with you and the crew.
The
Shout out to all of y'all. Hopefully everybody made sure they hit that like button.
hold on
Share if you
one
care,
second.
subscribe if you like the vibe.
Wait, hold on one second. Appreciate everybody
Okay.
that watched. Hope everybody has a great night.